Wait, are we starting? I'm confused. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Go.
Lol.
Aloha.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, hello.
No, you're supposed to say you're the Russian thing. How do I say hello in Russian?
Здравствуйте. Привет.
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 Is it привет or привет?
Привет.
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 Yeah.
Привет. Okay.
Привет.
Didn't you say something else before that? Isn't that like is that a more difficult version of that?
It's basically a more polite version of that. So, привет is more hello. Здравствуйте is more well, hello there. It's kind of like official.
Jesus.
It's kind of so official. It's kind of like very official.
It's much more of a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Wait, I should have your stream open as well.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying the privet sounds like pervert.
Yes, I'm very up. I'm very early today. Hey, Zeppeli, everybody on Krokus side as well. Hi, how are you guys doing today? It's about 6 in the morning for me, and I have come here to exchange my knowledge of my culture, my big brain, with Crow here.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Yes, and also a bit like
Have we done this before?
Yeah, so long since we wiped together. Like I remember that last collab been like 5 months ago almost.
But I think that wasn't a cultural exchange. That was just simply chatting, was it not?
Yeah, we just chatted. We just basically decided to break some ice there, and we did break a lot of ice actually. There was a lot of ice being broken.
And then we just left the ice to reform after a bunch of months.
Yeah, totally. Next time, you know what? Next time, let's try to just in advance. Let's try to do a collab that is not a year later, and maybe do some gaming too. Maybe.
Yeah, gaming's a good idea. I don't know. It's just like in general, I haven't been collabing with anyone. You said you've been collabing with a lot of people lately. I go on your page, and I see a lot of like collab streams, but that which is really good. The only thing is I've been really busy. I just took like a hiatus for about a month to go back to my home country. Yeah, from the Lunar New Year thing, so that's why I've just been a hermit.
Yeah, understandable, honestly. I'm kind of like trying to spread roots on the YouTube side because I've been on Twitch and I have like it's a completely different people on Twitch, and I moved to YouTube and I've been kind of trying to establish some roots here. So that's why that's why I like to collaborate with people. And I think one of my strongest points as like a content creator is like I just vibe with people well, like all bands of people. That's just how I do. That's what I do.
I think that's the most important skill, actually. It's just communication skills, social skills. Even though people might say like, VTubing, it's like parasocial, it's not real connection, whatever, but it's still humans at the end of the day behind the screen.
Yep.
So you have to know how to deal with people.
I'm one of the rarest examples of an extrovert on the scene myself. That's why
Extrovert.
I'm an extrovert. Like I'm one of those people who I found a person, I followed the person followed me, and the first thing I do, one of the first things I do is I just drop kick into DMs and go, "Hello, vibe check."
You barge in. It's like FBI, open up, let me in.
Yeah, open up. Yeah, exactly. That's just what I do.
But to be fair, I think that's a pretty successful tactic in VTubing because most VTubers are very shy and they wouldn't reach out first. So they're waiting for someone to break their door like you do.
Yeah. I noticed that's with time. I've been in VTubing almost 2 years. Like it's gonna be 2 years in like 3. Is like in like 3 months, 4 months, 4 months. Yeah, it's basically a good portion of 1.5 years at this point. And I realized that no matter how much you try, no matter how much you wait, no matter how much you try to pretend yourself, force yourself to not approach people. If you do not approach people, nobody will approach you ever.
That is true. See, I think you know that as an extrovert, right? Me, I have to start from being an introvert, and it was so awkward to start first. But the thing to realize is that nobody knows you're awkward unless you act awkward. So you just act confident, and people just think that you're
I
cool.
was also thinking I'm an introvert, right? When I started this,
Yeah.
and I was like shy, and I was like, oh, people so cool, and I'm not cool.
Yeah.
But then I realized, fuck all that.
Uh.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares? Who cares if you appear uncool? At the end of the day, you get new friends,
Yeah,
new
exactly.
connections.
Exactly. I think
Okay.
part of the reason why I am the way I is to tie it back up. Culturally,
Yeah.
we are people who are
Yes.
who
Good
are
tie.
who are like how do I say it? We usually are very introverted by nature. However, there is a big caveat there. It's kind of like a it's like a clam you open up, right? You usually
Okay.
see a Russian that is like very very silent, grim. We don't really talk much. But then as soon as you
Oh.
get to know this person, as soon as it becomes a sudden morbing occurs, where a silent, grim dude you saw suddenly drags
Yeah.
you home, gives you food,
Yo.
gives you tea,
Yo.
gives you everything. Just like you're friend now. You're friend now. I'm gonna give you.
Here's my bear. Say hello.
Food, all the food. Eat my food.
That's so cute.
Yeah, we're like very. We're like the type of friends. If you do manage to become our friend, it's for pretty much eternity.
Oh, that's the best though, is it not?
Yeah, that's.
I like those kinds of people. Actually, I like those people better than the ones who I can just easily grab. It's like it's much better when you have somebody that you gotta like build trust, but then once you have them, you have them.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
basically that's how it works here. We try to effectively maintain a sort of air about us that we well, most people kind of like find us a little intimidating to get along with, but it's like don't be. We're secret nerds. We just want to vibe just as anyone else does. That's just how it is, you know.
Right. So if you go, if, let's say I go to Russia, and I'm a tourist, and I could just walk up to anyone and be like, "Hey, can you help me with this?" And they would be chill, or would
yeah.
they be a little?
No, that would be chill. Thing is, that's another custom of like friendship. It's a really funny thing that I think a lot of people don't really understand. We are very direct.
Yeah, I can tell.
Very direct. So what happens is what you ask usually, you know, comparatively speaking, America, when you ask how are you doing today, it's a general question to like indicate like I'm doing fine. How are you? It's a conversation starter, right? So you can talk about anything else. In Russia,
Sure.
if you ask how are you doing today, the answer will be, and I'm just gonna replay it.
What?
Just a long breath in, an absolute avalanche of exactly how he is today, or he is.
Like an actual biography of his childhood trauma.
Today, so like I'm really annoyed. My leg hurts today. My grandma is kind of sick today, but I'm not sure. I ate something really weird yesterday.
Oh my god. Wait, that's so funny though. That's interesting. Way more interesting than I'm good, thanks. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're very direct. Like we are super direct about things.
So do you guys do small talk then? If that's the case, like how is your day-to-day version in Russia?
Small talk is more like coincidentally more like what's the weather today? How's the weather today? That's basically more of a small talk version of things. Like if you're legitimately asking how are you doing today, it's most likely going to be receiving a very lengthy detailed presentation on exactly what kind of day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a therapy session basically.
Yeah, it's like you wanted to know about my day, you get to know about my day.
You ask, you get it.
You ask, you shall receive.
I see. See, I don't think we have that in Vietnam at all. Or at least, I think it depends on okay, maybe this is the same in Russia as well, because different provinces or different city people have different communication styles, don't you think? Is that the same for you?
Yeah. I mean, we are huge.
Yeah.
Russia is big. It's big.
Yeah.
It's stretching from
Right.
like European region to Asian region, effectively. We're like in the middle, sandwich between everything. So we kind of have
Yeah.
like regions that have traditions from like all over the place and people from all over the place. So yeah, definitely some are less open or less social. Others are like absolutely
Oh.
social and much more open about things. But the general traditions, including a lot of the superstitious stuff, will kind of remains the same across.
Oh, superstition. Wait, can you guys see me? Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, superstition.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like myths and
Yeah, there is a
religion
lot of.
or
We are a very heavily culturally and mythologically superstitious
Oh.
country.
Eh?
There has been even to this day, like in this modern age, I know several really big folk things up to like we are there is a tradition to like sit down before a long travel. There is a tradition to like to like look for a black cat to cross the street. Like it's just so ingrained into our culture as things that I don't even like consider it weird. It's just something that is like
Right. Right. No, but I totally get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, in every country, well, not sure about every country. Like, let's say America, I'm not sure if they have superstitious rituals everywhere. But yeah, we do have the same thing in Vietnam as well. And if you don't do those things, they have a saying called có thờ có kiêng có lành cái gì đấy cô không nhớ nữa. But it basically means even if it's not real, if you do something with the intention for good luck, then you'll get good luck. And it makes sense. It's like an art of manifestation. Yeah.
It's similar approach here. Like even if you do not believe those superstitions per se, it's important for you to kind of like grab the luck grab the luck and bring it to yourself.
Yeah.
Because sure,
Better safe than sorry.
better
Yeah.
safe than sorry. Yeah, exactly. Part of the that's also part of the reason why we also very hospitable as people, because it's kind of involved into that whole thing. If you're invited to a person, it's a tradition to like bring something along for yourself. If you go there, like a small gift, basically. Like it was created, if I'm not mistaken, from the as a sort of appeasement for the home spirit. Way back when.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we also
that's
have,
cool.
We also have the home spirits. It's called domovoi. We have domovoi, a little gnome person thing that basically looks after the house.
We have that thing in Vietnam too, but it's wait, actually sounds the same. It's Bing Boy in us, but it's a little fuck, how do I call it? It's like a little tub, not a tub. Okay, so imagine like a ceramic ball, and then you're supposed to put some sort of chemical in it, and you're supposed to put that guy near an altar, and he sort of protects your house, I guess. But we never have that tradition where you give the gift to appease that dude.
Yeah, well,
But that's cute.
It's a thing. Like they're like the spirits of the household that protect the household and everything. And in the same vein, like when you come here, right? You come into my house, for example. You arrive to Russia and you come to my house. You bring that gift thing. Like we'd be like a maybe chocolate box or like whatever you want,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
And it would be considered bad form to here, for example, if I have something cooked up and you don't like sit down and eat with me, right? It'd be kind of like yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So I can't refuse.
Yeah, no, you must eat my pancakes, or Domovoy will come for you.
Oh my god. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So it sort of forces people to cooperate and be hospitable, basically.
Yeah. A lot of the cultural resources that came from the fact that we are so big, as such a big nation, and we are largely centered in the north. And as you can imagine, considering how little there is actually ground that can be grown stuff on, because it's just tundra.
Okay.
It's just tundra. There has been many periods in Russian history of extreme
Famine?
famine. Yeah, extreme famine.
Oh,
So,
wow. I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, so there was like whole winters, huge winters of just no food. So that's why we pickle everything to this day. To this day, we just
Really?
pickle everything. Everything is
Oh,
pickled.
I've never eaten any. Okay, give me a name of a food that I can Google right now that is like a pickled Russian thing that's super, super Russian.
Well, pickled vegetables, pickled vegetables. Look it up. Like just like pickled vegetables. There's like
Vegetables.
um,
Russian.
yeah, salty cucumbers, all that
Oh.
kind of
Hey,
stuff.
it
Like
looks so cute.
yeah,
It's like in a jar and it's all flowery.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It's like we're using natural preservative, preserving techniques. A lot of the drinks were created from like preservation and fermentation. Like kvass, for example, it
Oh.
was basically used from. Let me specifically say what kvass is, because it's like it's a very interesting drink. It's we turned bread into drink. It's a fermented cereal based low alcohol beverage. Yeah, it's very
Cereal based.
yeah. It's kind of like it's
Yeah, cereal
usually
as in bread, yeah?
yeah grains it's rye bread or rye flour. Yeah, specifically rye bread. There's just a lot of these things that if you look into them and it's just kind of like, oh, but by the way, we starved a lot, and then we go, oh,
Oh, it makes
yeah.
sense.
It's just like it was food
Yeah.
made specifically to be preserved over a long period of time to satiate the hunger.
Right.
Yeah.
What is a food that is very Russian? Actually, I never hear like Russian food. Like you think of French, you think of baguettes, you think Vietnamese. And what is like a Russian food?
Well, the purely Slavic soup is borscht.
Oh yeah, I think you said that last time.
Yeah, borscht. Borscht would be
Borscht.
a Slavic soup.
How do you spell it again?
Bo. Let me spell it in English for you.
Uh,
It's like a red soup. It's like one of the most.
red.
It's very red. It's one of the most characteristic red soups I think in the world right now. Like you see borscht,
Really?
you do not think of anything else but borscht. Look how red it is.
Oh, okay. Ooh, dude, that's straight up blood. What is that?
Yeah, it's red. It's beetroot.
Oh, it's beetroot.
It's
Wait,
beetroot.
what? I thought beetroot is like purple.
No, it's reddish. It's beetroot. It uses like this beetroot combined with usually tomato paste, and
Okay, that's why.
that's why it creates such a rich red color when you do
Ooh,
it
that
correctly.
looks
It's very
good.
delicious. Like it's one of those. It's one of the,
Really?
yeah. It's
Is
one of
it
the best.
sour?
It's kind of like it's very savory with a note of spice usually to it. Like it's kind of like
Okay.
you can make it more spicy if you want. You can make it less spicy, but it's very it works really well. Like the combination of stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you something in the chat. Can you Google that?
Oh yeah.
Because it reminds me a lot of this. In Vietnam, we call it tiết canh, but for us, it's actual blood.
Oh,
It looks a lot like it, right? The color.
the color is similar. Yeah, that's right. I could see it.
Yeah. So I totally thought it was like, oh, okay, Russian, you know, it's got to be some hunting blood thing, but turns out it's beetroot. Oh, it's much more
Beetroot,
tame than I
yeah,
thought.
it's beetroot. Another thing that we do, I think, very Russian is pirashki.
Piroshki.
Yeah, pirashki. I'm gonna find you the pronunciation of it. It's baked food.
Baked food.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go. They are very unique. In that you can probably find like variations of them. Is that they're Russian
Ooh.
Slavic little mini pies kind of thing?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
so cute.
little mini pies, and they can.
It's served hot?
Huh?
Is it served hot?
It's served hot, yes.
Yeah, it
They
looks
are
so
baked
good.
fluffy. They are baked fluffy. They can be stuffed with whatever you want, effectively.
Oh,
Anything,
okay. It's
anything you
kind of
want.
like a curry bun, like Japanese curry bun, except it's not deep fried, right? This is baked,
This is baked,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah,
healthier, I would
yeah.
say.
It is baked. A lot of the fillings that I ate when I was like a little child, it was all of the veggies and stuff, like just naturally produced. It's really
Yeah,
it's really fun to do these things because they're like super quick.
yeah, and I reckon it's pretty healthy, actually, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Are Russian people kind of thick,
I
like in
wouldn't say
general?
so.
Are
I
they
wouldn't say so. No, we eat
okay?
a lot of vegetables. We eat a lot of very natural produce. That well, a lot of grandmas, and there's still people here living that maintain their own gardens with their own veggies when they're living, like just naturally.
In the city or in the countryside,
Well,
rather?
they have like a different house in the countryside if they live in the city, or if they.
Ah,
But a lot of people live
damn.
in the countryside, outside of the city. Like myself, I live outside of the city, big city, and
Yeah.
I live in a little small, like a basically little
Cottage?
village thing with cottages and
Oh,
stuff.
すごい.
Yeah.
And
There's
you have great Wi-Fi for VTubing.
yeah, I have a really good internet actually for surprisingly.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
So is the what is it called? Like the income discrepancy in terms of like the richest people and the poorest people, is there like a really, really big gap between, in the population, or is it more equal?
Well, I would say there's a lot of people with middle with middle earnings, right? I can't really say about rich people because they tend to be very secluded, right?
Yeah, true.
But there's a lot of upper middle, upper
Upper
middle.
middle. Yeah.
Not without its poor people, but we don't really have like a lot of. I don't really see a lot of homeless people, for example. So that's something.
Right. Ah, interesting.
Yeah, like
Okay, so
yeah, it depends.
it depends.
Yeah, it depends.
Because in Vietnam, it's very different. I feel like the gap is pretty big. You wouldn't see homeless, like they wouldn't be on the streets because most likely like the cops would do something about it.
Oh, of course.
But you would see people living in these places where it's called a home, but honestly, it's just enough for somebody to lay down. They can't even sit up, and it's just enough for one person to lie down. That's it. In the capital city, in like the literal richest place, there are those tiny, teeny little houses we called in the old quarters. So it's like, it's very clear to see the difference between people's income.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it would be a bit more noticeable here if it not for the fact that everything is so, well, relatively cheap. I live close
Really?
to the capital, right? And let me just give you an example of rent.
Yeah.
I rent an apartment in like.
You're about to dox yourself. Relax.
Nah, no worry. It's not me. It's just like just a random price for like I got a site for like renting an apartment.
Yeah.
Like the two room apartment, right? Just a decent
Two
size.
room, two bedroom.
Two bedroom, two room, like decent size
Okay.
apartment, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you in dollars because that's just universal.
Yeah. Sure.
Per month, that would be 600.
600 US dollars. That's 900 Australian dollars per month.
Yeah, two room apartment.
Wait, per month?
Per month.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
That is crazy cheap.
Yeah, it's per month. Like this is.
Yeah. Okay, I'm moving to Russia. Bye, guys.
You can
What the fuck?
legitimately get a good apartment, and I'm not saying like this small hole in the wall. I'm like, let me give you an example, an image that I
That's
got.
crazy.
This is the image.
Okay, let me see.
This is how that apartment looks like.
That's beautiful. What? What? Dude, for that, here in Australia, in the city that I'm in, it would be 600 AUD per week. Per week. And so this one for you, it's like 900 AUD for a month. For us, it's 600 AUD per week. That's fucked.
Yeah, and
Oh my God.
That's 2-room apartment. 1-room apartment. I'm just looking at 1-room apartment. That is still pretty spacious.
Yeah,
Fairly
like a
spacious.
studio, yeah?
Like a studio, yeah. It's like, let me see. It's like 33 meters squared. Studio. 382.
What even is this? Wait, so why isn't everybody moving to Russia? What is stopping the entire world from coming to Russia? It's big, it's got enough space for all of us, food's great, everything's cheap. I don't get it.
People don't like us these days for a lot of reasons. It's just like I don't know. The language is hard.
The language, yeah, I would
It's
say.
hard. A lot of the stuff that is, we're also like really intimidatingly big. You don't really know where to live, and it's kind of a commitment to come here, right? Because like it's such a, but it's beautiful though. Like it's really beautiful.
It is. I mean, my parents have always wanted me to go to Russia with them. Because, okay, historically, if you guys are from a background that's not real, when Vietnam had this big war with the US of A, Russia was backing us a lot. And so after that period, you know, the whole communism thing, and then after that period, my parents' era was the one where they have compulsory Russian language teaching in schools. So my parents would be able to speak Russian. And they would always, yeah, and then my dad went to work in Russia. And so everything like is really tied. Their entire era is tied with the Russian sort of political thing.
Yeah.
But even so, I don't know anything about Russian culture, like the things that you just told me, the little spirit in the house and all that. I think that's more like a native thing that you know.
Yeah, a lot of things you don't really see talked about because, probably because it's just like, what's the random conversation that you can insert yourself into? Say, oh, by the way, we have little people in our house. They're called Domovoy. Here's a picture.
That's true.
Like it's not,
That's true. That's
it's not
true.
exactly something you like randomly insert into a conversation. I'm always glad to talk about like mythos and stuff because
Yes.
we are a big forest. We have a big forest. Everything about Russia is just forest. It's just
Really?
deep,
So
dark forest.
all about the stories and then all that is like
Yeah.
from forest things?
There's Leshi, there's Baba Yaga, there's a lot of these kind of like
Yeah, that's something I heard of, right? Baba Yaga. Everybody knows that. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I think through the myths it shows like the values of the people and also their lived experiences through generations, obviously. So what's like I mean everybody knows Baba Yaga. What's like an interesting myth in Russian culture that you would like other people to know, but not many people know?
There's a bunch of them. I would say actually Leshi. I don't think Leshi is that noticeable.
Leshi. How do you spell that?
Leshi.
Leshi. Yeah.
Leshi. Yeah, Leshi. It's the master of the forest kind of thing. He was like one of the legends. The legends were born because of the people lived in the forest all the time. Like since the 9th century, since the 8th to 9th century, when it was like the Slavic tribes. They started telling stories of the wise old man in the forest that is like a trickster, and like he would guide those people lost in the forest. He would sometimes matchmake people to meet them in the forest. When you hear the rustling in the wind, that's him cutting a jig, apparently.
That's him what?
Cutting a jig, he's dancing.
Oh shit. That's so cute.
Old man vibing.
Matchmaking.
Old man
Yeah, oh
vibing.
man.
Yeah.
I wonder where that comes from. What is it? Was there actually a hermit dude that lived in the forest?
I think it came from people's desire to explain different phenomena in the forest that they never understood.
Yeah. They just blame it on one guy.
Yeah, and it's just like it's also slowly started to pass from one person to another, from one person to another, and then these stories started to form together
Yeah.
until a coherent name was given. Even to this day, if you live close to the forest, which I do, I live in a very close to the forest, you hear stories about these kind of creatures and everything because like it's so mysterious and the deep forest
Oh,
is so
so people still genuinely believe in it
yeah,
these
people still
days?
genuinely believe in these things.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Huh. I
It's
mean, yeah. I was gonna say it's not too far-fetched
no,
because, well, obviously it's not your when it's not your culture, then you feel like what the fuck. But like in my culture as well, people fully believe in ghosts and in being able to call up the ghost of your parents to talk to them. Like they genuinely believe
oh,
that
yeah,
is real,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's like services to do that. So
Hilariously enough, same.
really,
Yeah,
in Russia.
yeah. There's still
Oh,
mediums that are actively people actively choose to go to
yeah.
mediums. It's still a topic of like conversation between people. And there's genuine shamans out there that live there and do kind of that kind of like witchcrafty thing. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
connecting to the spirits of the old and all that.
But I think as long as human spirit, like the human psyche, remains, then we would still need those stories to anchor
Oh yeah.
our reality on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think what I find really cool about this is that it manages to kind of pay respect to the ancestral kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah,
In the same way, kind of you go to those old places and you kind of like pay your respects to them. It's the energy of it all. We do have a lot of this is I know this is an Asian, it's like kind of like an Asian thing, but we also have a very big reverence towards the older generation, and we're kind of like the
yeah,
older. This is something I feel like that came from an Asian side of things, that
yeah, yeah.
we have
The Asian
respect
side
our
of Russia.
parents, respect our grandparents.
Yeah.
Older folk are the wise ones. We kind of listen. We need to listen to them. All that kind of stuff. That definitely is shared here.
Right. So in a sense, I feel like Russia's the best of both worlds then. Because you guys have the best of the European side, and then you pick the best from the Asian side, and you just
Kind of, yeah, kind of.
use it.
A bit,
Oh.
yeah. We have a lot of. It's hilarious because, like, if you think about it, we have this. We have similarly like very strict family system, right? But then on the other
Really?
hand, yeah, strict family system, mother, father, etc., etc.
The
But
nuclear family,
yeah,
yeah.
the nuclear family. But on the other hand, there's so many sayings that a Russian woman would like go into the rush into a burning like house and then stop a horse running wild.
What the fuck? What does that mean?
Like
What?
there's an actual like saying that people said like that basically a very strong woman, yeah, very strong woman,
Oh.
yeah, it's like
I
stopping,
mean, to be fair,
yeah.
it is like that is the image of, like the strong grandma in Russia. I feel like just because the climate over there for you guys it's so difficult that the guy has to be really masculine and strong to do the hunting, but the woman also has to really, strong and
That's
for
not
their
incorrect. No,
children.
yeah, that's not incorrect. Definitely. It's. I feel like a lot of these things came from exactly as you said. The fact that the tending of the work and like growing weed and growing seeds and stuff and like going to the. It was just as equally hard as it was like to tend to the house and like go to the city and get some stuff and then people and it's just like it was very hard and it's not exactly a nuclear family in the sense that mother only looks after kids and dad works and stuff like that. It's a bit more on equal footing, I would say.
Yeah.
A bit more. Though consider it's like recently it's kind of weird because there's more women here than men.
Eh?
We have more
Wait, what?
women, we have
Why?
more women than men. Well, it kind of has to do with the fact that about 100 years ago, everyone, 1 in 3 guys died.
Wait, what? For the war?
1 in 4, I think, young man. The World War II.
Yeah.
So it was
Shit.
basically 1 in 4 young men of
So
that period
yeah.
died
So
in
even
there.
until now, it's the same. Like there's still skewed
It's
ratio.
kind of like skewed ratio in that sense because
Mm,
yeah, like the a lot of people who were born there, like it was either like more guys, but there was like a lot of the girls remained because they were working back at home and
right.
trying to like maintain everything
Yeah.
as
They kept
everyone
the
would.
country
Yeah,
alive.
the country like, literally
Mm,
with production
mm,
quality and everything, and then
yeah.
everyone, a lot of guys who went there like died. So it's just kind of like it
Mm.
remained kind of skewered since then.
Isn't that kind of like an advantage in dating though? Because like you're rare now. People have to like fight over you, bro.
In a way, yeah, I would say
Mm.
a lot of the recent things where it's just like everyone is just dresses to impress all the time.
Really? Wait, what? So the modern culture, you mean?
Yeah, that is kind of like a lot of people I noticed. Like you always need to like put on the best like look of yourself.
Females or both
Females
gender?
most, females mostly. But it's kind of like it's
Mm.
kind of like both.
Mm.
Both in sense of like, oh, I want to look cool, but also in the sense that is genuinely also a part of the cultural things to like always dress to impress.
Oh, really? That's like a Russian culture kind of thing? Like you guys
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
really care about outfits and stuff?
Yeah, a lot. There is a
Really?
lot of fashionable people who are out there for some reason. I don't really
Eh,
consider myself fashionable person, right? But I'm a very home staple.
that's a lie. I mean, look at that model.
True, 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 true. But I'm a home
I thought,
staple.
dude, this meme of like Russian people in the Adidas tracksuit. You know that meme? You
Yeah,
don't? Yeah, that
I know
guy. So I was like,
exactly know.
yeah, so I thought, okay, so Russians people just like chillax in anything that's comfy. They don't really care about outfits and shit. Oh, okay. So that's a myth, I guess. Hmm.
Like okay, there was a period of time. There was definitely a big period of time where Adidas was like a plague. We had that whole movement of people in
Yeah.
Adidas, but now you don't. I don't really see Adidas like at all.
Really, it's
Yeah,
dead after the meme.
it's dead.
Everyone wants to like distance
Yeah,
themselves.
the
I'm
meme
not the
died.
Adidas guy.
The meme died. The meme perished. Sorry, guys. No more Adidas. Only bears and vodka. No more Adidas.
That's so funny. Do you guys genuinely like vodka though? Can I just like be real?
It
The taste
depends
of it.
on people, but I don't like it myself.
I I cannot put it down in my throat because it just feels like actual like
No,
rubbing alcohol, you know what I mean? Like
it doesn't really work. First of all, it doesn't really work without the specific food here, like that specifically are basically existing to be eaten with like a shot of vodka.
oh shit. Wait, what food is that? I need to know.
There's like a salty tuna sandwich we do with vodka that is like that basically softens the blow of the vodka
Wait, that sounds
considerably.
really good. Can I
Yeah.
know the name?
Salty tuna sandwich. Let me see.
Sandwich with vodka? Who the fuck would have thought,
Yeah,
right?
like a salty
So
tuna one,
nice.
like a salty fish kind of thing.
Shit. Now I want to try. But I wonder if they have any of that in Melbourne though. It's like the Russian culture here is not very poppin'.
It depends really. It's kind of like it's the specifically the sandwich. I would say so. Sandwich the s'mored spreads. I think, yeah, s'mored. There's s'mored. We use s'mores with these kind of things.
S'mores?
Yeah, s'mores. These kind of fish.
Ah.
It's kind of like a very salty sandwich with dark bread specifically.
Oh.
Yeah, specifically dark
Interesting.
bread, not the white bread, dark bread, because it kind of what it does, it equalizes the taste, and it doesn't burn you as much because like the salt and everything kind of
Right.
combines together, and it creates more of a like a warming thing rather than you sit there
Oh.
and just kind of
Yeah, suffer.
yeah.
I see. See, these are the things you can only learn from a native. You can't fucking like go there and like Google because you don't even know where to start. So this is
Yeah,
always
so
good.
it's kind of like that's why a lot of the things that come to the other cultures, they come with like these like, oh, people, Russians like vodka. Yes, we like vodka specifically with the very specific circumstances or with very specific like food to go along with it, because we don't just drink here, we just don't just sit here and they're like, hey Boris,
Drink it like water.
would you like a glass of vodka? No, that doesn't
Yeah.
happen. Like it's like shots, it's like small shot glasses. It's usually very cold, specifically, and
Oh, it's served cold.
yeah, it's served cold, and it's usually made
Okay.
a very with it's like given with a whole table worth of like really various like snacks to go along with it, because drinking without snacks is just
That's what I
stupid.
fucking did. Oh my god, I had the worst hangover of my life because I bought this. It's called vanilla vodka, as if the vanilla part's about to like help it. And then because I first turned legal, right? And I was like, yeah, let's get it on. Finally, let's try it. And then I took, I think, about 2, 3 shots without any eating because I didn't know you have to eat. And then I passed the fuck out in my bed. Thank God I was at home. And just woke up with the worst headache ever.
Well,
And so
first
now
of
I know I
all,
have to
yeah,
eat some dark bread.
yeah. Dark bread, something salty. Actually, it works super well to equalize, like super well. Salty
Okay.
stuff. Be it fish or like some other stuff. Honestly, I feel like if I get let me find it. Is there like a specific drink I can recommend you in terms of like alcoholic Russian?
I mean, to be fair, I don't drink alcohol as much, but I would love to know like a recipe, like a Russian recipe that I could make at home or something.
Oh yeah,
That'd be cool.
I can give you a really good sweet alcoholic drink.
Shit. But Kraken in my chat said drink vodka mostly to warm their body. So is that maybe the reason why alcohol's a
Partially,
thing?
partially. Yeah, that's definitely partially truth. There is a city, the coldest city in the world, actually. Well, was at least at some point. It's called Yakutsk.
Yakut.
Yakutsk, yes. It's coldest city in the world. Yakutsk. It goes sometimes to minus 64 degrees Celsius.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Wait, people live there?
Yeah, in Yakutsk. For Americans in chat, that's minus 83 Fahrenheit.
What? Wait, what do they wear? I guess they just don't go outside during those days.
Kind of go outside, yeah. It's like people live. Yeah, people live. It's just like
I want to see what they look like. Like, how pale is their skin? Yeah.
yeah. There's definitely a places where it's like this is the also this picture perfectly illustrates how people look like.
Oh, the lashes is frozen over.
Yeah, everything is frozen over.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Dude, imagine how much it hurts your skin when it's that dry. Like, how much moisturizer you gotta use.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a thing you have to like get used to.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess, when you grow up with something and your entire life is that thing, it doesn't really feel weird to you, right?
Yeah. The thing is, we are a very cold resistant nation by nature, because you say like, oh, it must be so cold, and then I go every winter and I dive into water that is
Ice water?
ice water. It's
Oh
a
my
tradition. I swim in
Wait,
ice water
what?
every winter.
It's a tradition.
It's a tradition, yeah. We go
So
on
is that
New
like a New
Year's.
Year thing or?
New Year's we go like
Ah.
the ice bathing is generally like a ice. I suppose ice fishing and ice bathing is a tradition. It's partially because of the religious. It has religious
Oh.
roots, but a lot of
Ooh.
people
What is?
go. Orthodoxy, or we have the orthodoxy of Christianity. We're not Catholic. We have a specific branch of Christianity that is a separate Orthodox church. I think that's how it's called.
Yeah.
And part of the baptism thing, it kind of grew into its own tradition where you go and you kind of cleanse yourself from really cold water and you just kind of dive into it and you like submerge yourself and like you can legitimately find a picture of a Russian standing in trunks on snow. On swimming
The
trunks.
cold doesn't bother me anyway.
The cold doesn't bother me anyway. Exactly. That's kind of. I'm just vibing. Hi guys. Hello.
I think that actually makes sense because when you know, like just talking scientifically, when you know, dive into cold water, it sort of resets your nervous system. And when you come back, it's sort of like you just died and then come back super refreshed, super new. So that makes both spiritual sense and scientific sense. That's really cool.
Yep. And it's basically the extreme diving like that helps you maintain really healthy because it resets your immune system a lot. And you can effectively live through a lot of the cold in extreme temperatures because your body gets used to the extreme temperatures. And so, for example, I am a casual person. I casually go outside. It's minus 20 Celsius. I don't put on my coat.
That's crazy.
I don't.
You know, it's like, dude, it hits 14 degrees here, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so cold. Let me just bring my jacket over. And I'm already freezing. It's like minus 20, and you don't bring a coat.
No, I just go there. We're like, hi guys, I'm here. I'm just gonna go drop my trash into like the bin and go back home.
And I mean, nobody around you wear a coat as well, right? Because they're also used to it.
They're also used to it. It's kind of like we have like a avalanche of snow, and here comes me coming into going to drop my trash into the bin in my t-shirt.
That's actually funny. You guys are like wasn't there like that really popular meme about a guy in a super scary survival fighting game? And he had no armor on except for his fucking underwear or some shit. It's like Russian people in minus 20 degrees.
Yeah, Russian people at minus 20 degrees, exactly.
Kraken saying, bro, built different.
Bro,
yeah,
built
legit.
different. Yeah.
Wow. So what about the opposite? So let's say you go to Thailand or you go to Africa or something where it's extremely hot. Do you guys melt? Or are you okay with that as well?
Specifically me, I melt.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, a lot of the people, I know a lot of people who are like really enjoy just like vibing in the sun. Like we really like our sun sessions as well. Like again, country so big, we have both like Sochi, it's a city, it's a tropical city effectively with the sea.
Oh my god.
That is like
that's so nice. You just have all the maps.
Yeah, basically we have all the regions. We have the tundra, we have the ocean from like two sides. We have seas, we have like forests. The only thing I don't think we have is desert.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, that would be insane if you guys also have fucking Arabian desert.
But yeah, every biome that is possibly, because like the thing is if you stack two Americas on top of each other, that's Russia. Like, we have so much space.
Yeah, right. So essentially, you don't have to go like travel outside your country. You can just be like, yo, want to experience another terrain and climate completely? Let's just go to this neighboring city.
Like you can go to resorts on Krim. You can go on resorts on Sochi, and then you go back to your home, and you fly for like 3 hours to get there, to get there and back, and you
That
continue
is
living. Yeah,
crazy.
you don't
My
really.
entire country, you can fly from the top of the country to the end of the country in just a little over 2 hours.
Let me actually take.
You guys are
Let me actually
big.
say. How long is the flight from here?
Meanwhile, Kamen in my chat is saying, my little bro will shrink into non-existence if temperature ever went down lower than 0 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's a dude's suffering, right?
Yeah, there's
The
to
little
travel from Moscow to Vladivostok, which are like the opposite parts. Like it's not like exactly to super east west, right? There's some more western in the city, but it already takes more than 8 hours of
more
flight.
than 8
Of
hours.
flight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. We have actually the funniest shit I think about Russia is that how many time zones? There is actively 11 time zones in Russia.
Oh my
It's actively
god.
11 times. So you there at any point in time there is any point in time in Russia.
It's high noon somewhere in Russia.
It's high noon somewhere in Russia. Exactly. I had
Yeah,
a
that's crazy.
legitimate time difference with a friend I had in like Vladivostok, right, a while back, and he's
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, how long is time?" It's like, I'm now 9 hours away from you."
9 hours? Wait. That fucking different? Oh,
Yeah,
yo, that's crazy.
yeah, it's ranging
That's
from
fucked.
UTC +2 to UTC +12.
It's like a joke. It's a comedy.
Yeah.
Can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's like if you go one side of Russia, it's UTC +2. The other side of Russia, it's UTC +12.
Damn. You have more distance in terms of time difference than I do, like in Australia versus Vietnam. Like completely different countries, completely different parts of the earth. That's fucked.
Yeah, that's hilarious, honestly.
Kraken says, bro got jet lag in his own country.
Yeah, I could legitimately get jet lag if I traveled from one side of my own country to another side of my own country.
That's fucking funny. Wait, so okay, let's say in Russia, because it's so big, right? And there's so many cultures within Russia as well.
Yeah.
I would imagine Russian people to not be really xenophobic because they're so used to differences.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
People still approach. Like obviously we don't have a lot of this stuff. Like if you see like a black person, for example, right? We don't really see a lot of those here. I don't know why
No,
exactly. Maybe because they don't
it's too
really.
cold.
It's too cold. Yeah, it's probably too cold. But then I see a. There was a big university in Moscow that basically called the
Yeah.
University of like French country friendship or something like that. It's like one of those
Okay.
people that one of the universities has basically got its fame from accepting transfer students all over the world. There's like so many people, so many people. There's Japanese people, Middle Eastern people, like Americans, Europeans, all over the place. It's probably the most culturally diverse place I've seen in Russia. One of the most
Ooh,
in
just
terms of
that
like
one
yeah,
university.
because of so many people that are like going there. And because of partially because of that and partially because we are so curious as a nation ever since like USSR became no longer a thing and we kind of opened the borders, we're kind of curious. So sure,
Yeah.
there's the usual thing you probably can imagine of like older people grumbling, oh, no immigrants, blah,
Right.
blah, 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 blah. Usually, but it's not really
Yeah.
motivated by race as per se. It's more like just like oh, immigrants. Blah, 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 blah.
Right. Just anybody outside. It's
Yeah,
not
the
really
outsider
race.
kind of thing. There's just like you
Right,
have to
right,
make
right.
sure you integrate yourself. As soon as you integrate yourself, you become not much as much of an outsider as much as just like one of people, right? So that's why it's not really kind of it's this kind of mentality that if you live in Russia, if you work in Russia, if you kind of have a family or not or plan to have a family or like have your roots here, you are Russian.
Mm, mm.
Like
You're
that's
accepted into
yeah,
the
you are
community.
Russian.
Yeah.
You are effectively just Russian. Like there's no such thing like as oh I am this part of Russia Russian. I'm this ethnicity Russian. Like it's just like you are Russian.
Mm.
Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about anything
Right,
else. Russian.
right. But you have to be able to accept people like that in order to maintain such a big country.
Yeah, effectively.
It's like otherwise, yeah. Someone saying, same in Vietnam, we're just curious about people. That's very true. Like, if you're white or black, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're from the outside coming into Vietnam, you'd always get, like, this kind of, I wouldn't say better, but just very friendly treatment where people are like, oh, okay, we expect you to know nothing. Let us help you with everything. And, they don't judge, or at least good people, right? Because there's bad people in every
Obviously,
country, let's
obviously.
be real. So, based. Yeah, based. Someone's asking, Russian bro can do push-up without both of their arms. Is this true?
I don't. I can't say I have levitation abilities yet. Sorry.
Yet,
Yet.
being the being the
No,
keyword.
yet I don't. I don't have the. Yeah. No. Don't have the. We do have a weird thing that sometimes I feel like that created the amount of viral videos on the internet, and I can.
Yeah, what
confirm,
is it?
we become weirdly indestructible while drunk.
Wow, what?
While drunk.
Oh, it's like your special ability.
Yeah, I don't really know why, but I remember watching my friend yeet from like the second floor, land, and just walk it off. He went to the store, and he jumped outside the window, or dropped, rolled, and walked. I don't know why. I don't know how that happens.
It's the cold baths. It's the cold baths, man.
I genuinely
Jesus
don't know how that happens, but it's just like sometimes those ridiculous stories of just like, oh, there was a car crash, someone was drunk inside. Somehow they got
Yeah.
they got a little, they got a little hurty head and survived.
Dirty head.
Hurty head, and then you look at and then they pan to the car. The car is like a pancake. How? But they got slightly bleeding head, and that's it.
That's so fucking funny, actually. That's crazy. Pickle Rick saying cold baths had him used to being cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I guess it's a very obviously it's genetics. You know, over time you develop stronger genetics being in such extreme climates, and then it's way of life, and then you know traditions and all that that makes people.
A lot of the stuff that we do partake in, I think, did affect our culture and nation in a lot of ways. I mean, really, we are. If you look into the history, we are basically the masters of guerrilla warfare, especially in our own country, because there's been so many attempts to invade us in the past.
Ah, true.
There's Napoleon.
I mean,
there's
if you
like,
get to the ice part or the forest part, and you're fucked. Because obviously Russians will know their jungles better than you do.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing trying to get in here?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of this sort of camaraderie, I think, that is inherently built into our culture, because we're like very we like to be generous. Usually we like to be kind of like friendly to other people. It's like a culture thing where if someone like even me, I live here, right, and I don't really consider myself friends per se with a lot of my neighbors, but if my neighbor, for example, goes to me and says, okay, so I'm gonna go away, right, I need to go on a work trip, please can you like look after my cat, here's my key, the keys, here's the keys to my apartment.
That is crazy. So you would have that level of trust with people.
I know I won't steal
Wow.
anything. They know I won't steal anything. I will just go there, feed the cat, and fuck off.
That is rare. See, Vietnamese people would never. Yo, we would have fucking 3 doors just to keep people outside our place.
Yeah, my door is currently like legitimately open. I don't close it on like on the lock. It's just open because I know nothing will happen.
Is the government good to their people then? I'm not talking like in a political way, but in terms of like supporting people in need. That's why they're not really desperate in terms of financial,
I
or
would say it's kind of like in parts not exactly the government thing. Is that Russians are just really fucking crafty.
crafty. What do you
Really?
mean by that?
Okay, so I, as a person, has no formal training in anything. I can fix my car.
Okay.
I can fix my furniture. I know exactly what to take with a lot of
Ah.
sicknesses. I know every single discounted shop in 20-mile radius. I know I know how to
Very
save my, yeah,
resourceful.
I know how to save my car if it's like stops in the middle of something. I know how to get additional like gasoline, like ask for a person to like draw some gasoline if I like don't run out of gasoline. It's ingrained into us to be really really resourceful and crafty, and we can basically warm our way out of any situation.
Right.
Especially considering like I was born in the times where you could have looked at the calendar and say today is 1991, our country is fucked. 1992, today is 1993, our country got fucked again. Today is 1995, our country got fucked once more.
Right. So you're kind of used to that apocalyptic, state. So you're
Yeah,
always
it's
ready
kind
for
of like
anything.
most of my lifetime, some bullshit happened to Russia. Like genuinely, across my entire lifetime, something
Yeah.
happened in Russia that was bullshit in some capacity. So
That is
we are
crazy.
still climbing out of that hole that 90s put us in, financially speaking. It's been better though. Literally, it's been better in a lot of ways. There's stocked super. The shelves are stocked. The mafia is no longer controlling the streets.
Oh, wait, the mafia used to be a big thing in Russia?
Yeah, yeah. We have Russian bratva. There was shootings and shit in the 90s.
Oh.
There was literally dangerous, very dangerous. Even like in the capital, it was really dangerous. Because everything was
Shit.
falling apart. As you can imagine, when a union as big as USSR decides to explode, it's not going to be quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not going to be quiet at all. There was a
Oh,
lot of
wow.
corruption.
Russian mafia.
Yeah, a lot of corruption.
Wait, let me.
Yeah.
I just want to see what they look like. Oh, shit.
As you imagine,
Bro's rocking with the.
the tats,
Yeah.
yeah. There was a lot of.
Are they all bald?
I don't know. They're allergic to hair.
Interesting. Oh, they all look very beefy.
Yeah, it's what a lot of the there was genuinely a lot of the stuff that is currently formed how people are approaching these things. I remember COVID, for example, when COVID started, it was like the whole of the world was panicking, and us is just like, okay, I guess we just sit home for a bit.
It's just another year, another crisis.
It's not.
What's new?
It's not like we already don't have like half the shelf of everything left for the winter.
Oh.
Like it's basically like there's already like 30% doom preppers. Like being a Russian is being a 30% doom prepper at all times.
Damn. See, that's something I didn't know. Shit.
Yeah, like genuinely, if you go into any Russian's room, home, you will find all the instruments you need to fix anything. You'll find food and various food items. You'll find literally every single medication for every possible way that can be solved.
See, I like that.
Without a hospital.
I love that. I love that culture. Dude, I have like secretly some anxiety about survivability. Like if I go to sleep, before going to sleep, I would think about all the ways that a burglar might come into my house. What tools do I need? Where's the escape route? And then I also have like this medication box. Okay, I like Russia. This is great.
Yeah,
It's going very well so far.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like you would fit just fine here. Like genuinely, like this is not me like promoting like go to Russia. It's like
Get your visa.
yeah, get your visas. It's more like would fit just fine, because like there's a lot of these little guarded communities here, like genuinely. Like I'm little villages, like you just vibe, right? It's not too. It's you can sleep well. There's nothing happening here. Like it's just like whatever.
Yeah.
The big cities obviously are a different thing, right? It's a completely different thing, but we're not speaking about big cities. We're speaking about like more outside of stuff, like where I live and where I would recommend anyone to live.
Yeah. Honestly, I totally agree with you on that because when I studied abroad in Australia, I used to live in the city, like the very big city, and I hated it the entire time. I don't know why. At the time, I never realized that living in the city is depriving you of so much. Like you don't really know people around you. You don't really walk around. You stay in your room or you go to some super busy place where you basically become invisible. Versus now when I'm living more in like a suburb place, it's so peaceful. Everybody's very warm, cute. You have those like nice ladies selling stuff. It's like it's more human
Yeah,
to live in outside of the city anywhere, like any country.
yeah. It's effectively the same thing here.
Yeah.
In Moscow, like the big city I live close to, I live close to the capital. I'm not making this like a, don't worry about it. And it's kind of like you go there and there lives. It's one of the biggest city in Europe, I think.
Ooh. Like size-wise?
Population. Population relatively is 12 million.
That's more than my entire country.
There's 12 million just people going around.
Oh no,
in
wait,
Moscow.
12.
12.
Oh yeah, that's my bad. My country has like 90 or something. Wait, am I fucking dumb?
No.
Yeah, 90 something, but it's more than our city maybe.
Yeah.
No,
It's really big. Like it's
more than my city.
huge population, and it's just like imagine all these people living in the same city and kind of like going around their business, and it's so blindingly just so many people.
Yeah.
But then you look
Yeah.
in like smaller settlements and cities outside, and you kind of like recognize people. You kind of, a person stops their car, seeing you walk with like groceries, and go like, you wanna ride? Well, I'm going back home.
That's so cute.
That's just
See, that's so
happened.
funny. Because we would think the opposite. We would like assume that, okay, more people, you would feel more, surrounded. But no, it turns out too many people and you just feel like you don't matter at all.
Yeah, too many people, you
You
feel
don't
like you
even
drown.
exist.
Yeah, you drown. Feel
Yeah.
drowning. So that's why I always
For sure.
preferred living in quieter places and like more rural spaces. It definitely allows me to understand people more around me, even if I'm not like the most outwardly social or like going outside. I tend to take walks here. Like it's such a beautiful place here. You can just
Yeah.
walk. There's clear skies. There's no light pollution whatsoever. Clear skies.
Oh yeah, no pollution. That's a
Outside,
big major
very
one.
very big, very clear air. You just go. There's forest. There's like animals kind of.
You guys go into the
distance.
forest?
Yeah, we go collect mushrooms and stuff.
Oh, it's so cute. Look at that, guys. Dream life, honestly.
Yeah. It's
Kraken's asking
Huh?
something though.
what?
They're asking. My friend said visit Russia, but avoid at spring because the snow melts and it becomes muddy everywhere. Is that true?
Yes. The thing is, we
Oh.
have so much snow. We have a lot of snow, especially recent winters. There's been lots of snow. It's still snowy outside. Like it's still to this day snow.
Shit.
It's no snow. So when that snow melts, it becomes sludge.
Shit.
Yeah, it becomes sludge. Well, obviously, it slowly dissipates, and at the end of the, at like till the end of the till the end of until summer. Basically, summer is good. Good. Like in some places, it's not even happening like that. If you go to like Sochi, right, it's kind of like always warm, somewhat, because it's
Damn.
it's a tropical city effectively. It's on the sea, It's like closer to the equator. It's always kind of like sunny. It's always somewhat warm. It's like gets warm really quick,
Yeah.
and you go to swim in the sea. Like snow is not a problem here there. On the other hand, if you go to a really northern region, it's not like you're
It's
not gonna see
constant snow.
snow. It's not like you're not gonna see snow there. It's like
You're
I
gonna
remember.
see nothing but snow.
Yeah, I remember a Russian comedian basically during the stand-up was like, where it's like how to live in Siberia. It's just like you walk
Yeah.
outside, you breathe in the summer air, you spit on the ground, summer ended.
Oh my god. Yeah, I heard they only have like a few days of sun
Yeah, it's just
in
like
the whole year.
it's just like the Siberia like North Top where like you walk outside, the summer finally arrived. You like rub your hands, you spit on the ground, summer's over. Let's go back home.
Oh my god. So do people go to the well, obviously you said you guys submerge yourself in cold water. So you would technically go to the beach during winter and just like chill in ice water, right?
Well, there is specific periods of time we do that, but yeah, there has been there is a situation where it's like, where are you going? I'm gonna ice bathing. Going ice bathing.
Has anybody died from ice bathing?
I haven't heard about that. No,
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
pretty sure there has been some casualties of a prolonged diving under the waters, but I don't think I've heard of any.
Too few to count. See, I cannot imagine doing that because every time I take a shower, it's always got to be like boiling hot. Otherwise, I'd be like, oh my God, it's so cool. So I can't imagine using
You know
actual
what?
ice water.
If you ever come here, I will make sure to eat you.
No, please, no. And then I come up like 6 packs.
Yeah, it's just
Like
me keep
a new
transformed.
human being.
It's just like this Sigma music playing. Just like
Give me the vodka. Where is it?
yeah. It's like it's actually secretly the spring of Russianisms.
The rite of like passage ritual.
Oh, speaking.
But is it hard to? Yeah. You go first. You go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna mention the holiday, so go first.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, like, is it hard to get citizenship in Russia?
Depends. I would say for a lot of the Eastern, like for the Western, because of the political thing, obviously, right? It's kind of harder-ish to do.
Okay.
Right? You still can do
Yeah.
it, but it's harder-ish. But for example, there is a whole program of people coming in right now and getting like cash money for starting family.
Hey,
Yeah.
guys, this is good. Let's go.
Yeah, like if you want to travel, like if you want to live, you have someone to refer yourself to like live here, you could potentially do that. And if you start a family while doing so, that's kind of like a big bonus of cash because we kind of want people kind of like
More babies,
more babies, yeah, more babies.
especially if you're male, guys. Pack your bags, go to Russia. They're in short of male people.
Speaking of, if you go to Russia at the end of winter,
Yeah.
there's a specific period of time. I would recommend going to Russia in that period of time because it's called. It's a long holiday. Well, not.
Ooh.
It's called Maslenitsa. It's a
Okay.
whole week that starts at 11th of March, and this whole week is where we kind of like say goodbye to the spirit of the winter and say hello to the spirit of spring. And
That's so cute.
and
Okay.
every day of the week you need to bake a lot of Russian pancakes, blinchiki. You need to bake and eat every day. You share with others. You need to like eat a lot of those really good baked blinchiki. And you kind of sit down with your family and you wish a plentiful harvest for the spring and like at this kind of like festival. And by the end of the festival of the Maslenitsa, the final 7th day, a big wool kind of representation of the spirit of the winter. It's kind of like a figure is burnt, right? Like to start,
Ooh.
so it's basically marks the beginning of the of spring, and this is like kind of like a harvest festival, effectively, but like a preemptive harvest festival.
Oh, but that's not the New Year festival? New Year's
No.
different?
New Year's different. We have a
Oh, shit. Okay.
New Year's festival. We don't have Christmas. We don't celebrate Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Christmas is kind of rolled into New Year's. We have the Dedushka Maros, which is kind of Christmas, Father Christmas, but like Dedushka Maros is like for the New Year's. And we celebrate it, obviously. We celebrate Christmas after New Year's, actually. Yeah. We have a religious orthodoxy celebration of Christmas that happens after.
And you guys are here saying everything's upside down in Australia. Look at Russia. Look at what they're doing.
Yeah.
So when is your, like, what are the months or what are the dates specifically? New Year is 1st of January still, or
31st of January.
31st
of December, sorry.
December, yeah, okay.
December, and Рождество. Okay. Yep. We celebrate it on January 7th, actually.
what? The New Year's or the Christmas thing?
The Christmas thing.
Okay. Ah. Interesting. But the meaning is still the same? Is it still like the birth of Christ, or?
Yeah, the birth of Christ.
No.
It's the Orthodoxy birth of Christ officially date. That
Okay.
unlike Christmas in Western countries, it's still retained its religious nature in Russia. So people go, people go to churches to like get their stuff done there. We have also a specific baked good we use for this.
Yeah. Damn, there's a lot of eating. I love this already.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of really good food. That's one of the things I have to say. Our baked goods are legendary.
Ooh. See, now I have to go to Russia, guys. I have to try those pastries.
Yeah, like this is the pastry.
Let me see.
This is the pastry that is used on Christmas. There's eggs, usually eggs, and this.
That looks so good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Oh, it's so fun.
It's
Wait, what flavor is that?
It's a fluffy, delicious, sweet-ish. It's not like super sweet, right?
Yeah. Is it cinnamon? What flavor is that?
Let me see. Actually, it's kind of like a. There's various out there. Like usually, there's like a cottage cheese one. Actually, we actually use cottage cheese a lot because of the fermented and preserved nature. We use a lot of the cottage cheese. We use a lot of the sour creams. We use a lot of those kind of things because of the nature of the food.
Right.
For example, this is one of those with the usage of cottage cheese as well. This is also the same thing.
Ooh, look at that shit!
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm drooling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat for you guys.
Yeah. So the ingredients that consist of this is this.
I feel like that thing has like presentation sort of idea as well, as in like, meaning behind it, right? Going to the top, and then there's
it's kind of like also I showed you the ingredient list, so you can imagine how it looks like, how it tastes like this one.
It's like a symbolic thing.
Yeah.
So what?
There is actually another pastry we use from cottage cheese. It's a breakfast thing, which is actually a savory breakfast thing. Every time I make some of these to someone of my friends when they come to visit in Russia. They adore it. Like they just want more of it.
I don't even know if there. You know what? I've never searched for Russian cuisine places in Melbourne. It
Look
has
at
never
this.
even like.
It's called
Oh,
sirniki. It's called sirniki.
wait, why is it so tiny and like bite size? That's so good.
Yeah,
Is it cheese?
it's cottage cheese. They're specifically made from cottage cheese.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that you can easily eat 10 of those.
Yeah,
It's like
you can
that
easily.
size.
They're very small, and they're
Yeah.
very like chewy almost kind of thing.
Ooh.
And you can add jam to it. You can add sour cream to it. You can add like various things to it. And they are not. This is not like pancakes where you like eat some of it and you go, yeah, I can't be anymore. It's too sweet.
Yeah, I fucking hate
sweet.
normal pancake.
Too sweet. I cannot do this anymore. This is not,
Yeah.
not it at all. When you eat those things, they're savory. They are very like the consistency is very like thick. They're very thick.
Yeah.
And leave a very very pleasant aftertaste in your mouth when you eat them. And they go.
I love that
really-
combination.
Yeah, and they
Savory and
and
sweet.
they go really well with sweet coffee or sweet like stuff like that. They go really well with that stuff.
Oh my god.
I will link you
Okay,
the
I have to
recipe
try.
for this. I will link you the recipe for this later.
Oh yeah, we can just make this at home, right?
Yeah, you can make this at home easily. Like it's 5 minutes, literally. You make a consistent. You
Shit.
make the thing. You slap them down on the pan. You fry them for like a few minutes. Terse flip, few minutes, done.
Damn.
It's a breakfast menu item, so you can make it easily when you wake up. If you prepare it in advance to like for like mixture ingredients, right? You can just basically wake up to take the mixture from like the fridge, place it on the thing, and just like slap, done.
Slap slaps.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think a lot of people really underestimate how quickly you can make the food items from Russia and how versatile they can be in terms of like what they are. That's that's a lot of the underestimating factor, I think.
I kind of feel so angry that Russian cuisine and Russian culture is not more mainstream. Like, this is so cool. I wish I knew more about this sooner.
Yeah.
But I guess it's the whole Western thing, right? They try to like not spread Russian.
I think a lot of the Russian people underestimation and generally came from a century-old conflict between the big power that was the West in America, and it was the USSR, and we kind of like butted heads all the time.
Yeah.
And you can still
Wait, the one that you sent me, the thing that looks like a pyramid, it has this symbols on it, and I feel like every time I Google that thing, it has the same symbols. What does that mean? The XR thing or something?
XR. It's a Христос. Это Христос воскресе. It's the Russia is the Christmas saying. It's basically abbreviating a Christmas saying, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. See that, guys? That is so cool.
Another funny tradition for Christmas is that when you have like eggs, right? You paint eggs for it. It's like basically like Easter too. It's like Easter rolled into it a little bit in that way.
Yeah.
You paint eggs, and when you like sit down with a person, right? You need to like try to like fight with two eggs, and whoever's like it's a fun little tradition. And whose
Fight.
Yeah, whose egg cracks first, you're the loser.
Ah. Oh no! It ruins your entire New Year.
Yeah,
You're the egg failure.
You're the egg failure. No, it doesn't really have any ramifications. It's just for the fun.
Just fun.
That and also exactly 3 smooches on cheeks.
For everyone, or only during like New Year and Christmas?
Christmas, you need to like happy Christmas, like Христос воскресе, истинно воскресе. That's what you usually say, and they like smooch each other in like cheeks 3 times. Yeah.
So how do you decide like which way to
Smooch?
go first? Yeah. What if you like accidentally smooch the wrong side and then you end up
No, there's no
in an
right
awkward
side. There's
situation
no
with your
right
bro?
side. Don't worry, don't worry. No right side. Just like smooch how you feel like smooching.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's no right side. Don't worry. It's fine. It would be awkward if there would be like smooch exactly left cheek, then right cheek, then left cheek. It's not a Nintendo code.
Oh. Because I thought with the cultures, obviously Vietnamese culture, we don't have the smoochy thing. You approach anybody and then you have pucker over your lips, they're gonna punch you in the face. But it's like with Western or Russian culture, with the smooches, I always thought there's a code, as in you always go right or you always go left. Otherwise, both people go into the same direction, and then it's like,
No. There's no. It's like understandable where like someone leads one way, you lead to the other way. It's understandable.
Yeah. Okay. Instinctive.
Yeah, it's kind of like you gotta like you
Interesting.
need to vibe the room. You need to read the room here.
Right.
We're not
Is there
Yeah.
anything?
What?
Yeah. Sorry. We always speak at the same
Yeah,
time.
sorry, yeah.
Is there anything that you don't like about Russian culture?
I think myself, I kind of, I kind of don't like the initial buffer of people being a little, like little like. We just kind of like keep the rest to ourselves, and it's kind of hard to make Russian friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, between Russians?
Yeah.
It's hard to make
Yeah,
friends.
we all
Oh.
keep to ourselves all the time, right? We're just like it's kind of like it depends on people. Some people are more outgoing, obviously. Like it's not like everyone is like born from the same like clone factory, like that has a tag attached, cannot
Of
approach
course.
people. But yeah, it's a bit harder to make friends here. But like on one hand, when you do make friends, it's like for a long time. Like you're gonna talk
Yeah.
to this person for years, probably.
Yeah.
On the other hand, a lot of people don't really have friends. So that's why I'm also compensating with VTubing here. So like I'm talking to so many people all over the world. But on the other hand,
Yeah.
I miss the strength of friendship that is born from Russian friendship. And I don't think they also understand how strong my friendship is. Like I will be there forever, probably.
Oh,
Like
that's so nice.
like if someone were to come to Russia and say I'm gonna go to Russia, what I will say immediately, you would expect like other responses from like, oh, I will show you around. No, do you have anywhere to
Yeah.
stay? Do you have anywhere to stay? I can lend you a room for a while. Don't need to pay. No need to pay me. You just, no. Just until you find a place to live.
You have to
can
live
vibe
with
here.
me and eat my pancakes.
Until you find a place to live, you can vibe here if you
Yeah.
want to. I can show you around the city. I can like show you where to buy stuff. I can explain how this works. You don't need to like
Right.
learn English language. I will always like I'm gonna do that. Like just how it's just how I am as a friend. Like if I were to
Right.
befriend someone, I would never leave you in a peril.
Oh.
Someone
That's so
someone would call
cool.
me at 3 a.m. and say I'm in trouble. I need help. I will go. Yeah, like that.
That's good.
Yeah,
See, but I don't know if that's like a Russian culture thing or it's just you. So we don't.
it's a Russian culture
Really?
thing largely. Like,
Oh, really?
I remember
That's
joking
neat.
around with my friends. They're just like, if I were to call you at like 5 a.m. and say I have a body here, what would you do? I'm like, I like thought about it for a second. It's like I'm and say, okay, wait there. I'm gonna grab a shovel. Don't go anywhere.
On my way with a weapon in hand.
With a shovel, yeah. Don't tell anyone.
Wait.
We're gonna hide the body.
Dave is asking something though. He's
Yeah.
ask him if he can do the squat. Is there a special squat that I don't know about?
What's squat?
Squat as in like squat down, like SQUAT.
Yeah.
So, is that like the Asian squat basically?
Yeah. Effectively, you just kind of sit.
You can do that? I actually can't do that.
I can't.
Despite being Asian.
I can like okay. It won't show in the model if I do it. I don't have a squat.
You could be squatting this entire time.
Yeah,
We don't know.
I could have been perched on my like chair like that this entire time, and you never know. Like a vulture in a
Lol.
Slav squat.
Shit. Oh, Slav squat. That's what that's called. Okay.
Slav squat.
Slav dance. Oh yeah, I know that dance. It looks so like physically exhausting. How do you even do that?
Training and gravity.
You can do that. You can do that dance.
I can't. There's a there's
Oh.
training. There's certain training that involved, but it's
Yeah.
a lot of the principle how it works is gravity. You like push yourself up, right, and then you throw one leg forward, and then you let yourself like let yourself go down, and it's kind of like the energy of it kind of carries you more than your actual physical strength. Because like obviously, if you
Easier
were
said
to-
than done.
Yeah, obviously if you were to go purely on like physical prowess, it would be super exhausting. But people who do this kind of dance, it developed. It's similar to break dancing in a lot of ways. Like in break dancing, you also let the momentum carry you around as you like go around and spin. It's more the momentum. You don't actually actively spinning yourself around all the time.
Right.
Same
You
thing.
leave yourself to physics.
Yeah, same. Leaving to physics.
Okay, so we talked about friendship in Russia.
Yeah.
A big part of culture is also household or like family, right? So in Vietnam, when we have a marriage, it's this whole big deal when there's different types of days, different types of rituals, different types of offerings, all of that shit just to get married. Is it the same in Russia?
Actually, yes.
Oh shit, let's go.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you get married, it's a really big event. It's a really big celebration.
Mm.
It's a really big thing. You gather all your extended family. You go to the
True.
church for stuff. Then you go for celebration otherwise. Then you go to register the marriage. And then you go like you need to. There's specific celebratory things that you need to do. There's a whole banquet. People attend.
Yeah,
And
right.
it's just like it's a community event almost, kind of like the thing where someone getting
True.
married. A lot of people get invited, friends of friends, relatives, all that stuff, and you party and you have fun with it and like that. It's very similar, I
see.
would say, in terms of like a bigger being an event. It reinforces.
Is there
the
something? Yeah, is there like a fun or like a weird thing about Russian either courtship, dating, or marriage over there?
Weird thing. What would you mean weird?
I don't know, like a special way of doing it, I guess.
I don't.
I'm trying to think of the same Vietnamese thing as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like you ask that and then you like try to think about what kind of weird. It's like, my problem is like what you would consider weird is most likely what I would not consider
Normal.
weird.
Yeah.
It's same thing.
That's
Thing
true.
for you. You try to think of what you find weird and then you like, oh, but like everything is okay for- in my thing. How do we find it if it's weird if we consider
True.
if we consider it normal? It's kind
That's true.
It's a weird conundrum, isn't it? It's a weird conundrum.
First and traditional way. Oh, yeah, so someone's saying in the chat, in traditional way first and then celebrate in the modern way. That's the same in Vietnam as well. And you have different dresses. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to ask as well, but about the traditional fashion. Because in Vietnam we have áo dài, which is a traditional dress. But what about Russia? Do you guys have traditional
Well, we have
clothes that you wear?
We have wedding dresses, the usual thing. People like the big white puffy dresses people wear. But actually, let me check. There might be something traditional Russian, purely Russian traditional. There's a fair bit of Russian clothing in general.
But you don't have to wear it during your lifetime, like modern people, or is there a ritual or a celebration in which you have to wear it or you should wear it?
Depends. There's different celebrations and different ways to like. I guess the churchgoers tend to approach it with a certain dress conduct.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, actually utilize a lot of reds. There's like a little.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I see so much like red color.
Yeah, like this is the traditional, more like these kind of like colorful, cute little national, this kind of thing. These kind of like, you see the picture?
Wait, let me see.
This kind of like bright and colorful.
Yeah, right. They look like those dolls.
Yeah, that's why do you think this was modeled from?
That's right. The dolls are modeled from this.
Yeah, Matryoshka dolls were modeled after like the traditional Russian woman, basically. That's how she.
Wait, so the guys tend to wear more colder colors, and the girls is red?
I would say so.
Or maybe it's
a lot
just
of
this
the
one.
warmer colors are tend to like the all the ornaments and everything. Male traditional clothing is more simple, I would say. Female traditional clothing is more ornamental, and all the fun stuff. It's there. Yeah, it's kind of like there. Yeah, like that.
It makes sense, because if you go outside and do hunting all day, your clothes are gonna get fucked in such a short amount of time. So like, why even make it?
why bother making it like fancy? There's no
Yeah.
real reason to. There's absolutely no real reason to do it. But yeah, what would you say like how people like wear traditional like Vietnam?
In Vietnam?
Yeah.
I'll give you the thing here. So you can just Google this, and that it has both the female version and the male version. But for us, usually the girls wear this a lot, even in modern times, especially during New Year's or in high school. In any special event in high school, girls have to wear this, but the pure white version. And you also wear it during your wedding day if you're into that traditional thing. It's like a red version for the wedding day. What other day do we wear this? Yeah, but it's pretty simple, I guess, in terms of the design. Like, there's not a lot of layers. It's just.
I can see it. I can see it definitely. It's very nice though. I like it.
Yeah, people like it because it's form-fitting, so it shows the curves of the woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is nice aesthetically looking. Like I do enjoy the bit of a minimalistic vibe here as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but men don't wear it though. Like very few. Only during their marriage, probably.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see the male version as well. I can see it. Yeah. It's kind of like a dress thing, basically. I can vibe that. Yeah. It's definitely interesting to see what kind of people like wear the stuff. Like obviously people modern age, they don't exactly go around wearing traditional thing. You don't really see a Japanese person going around in samurai armor, or like going like or like a Russian person going around in Cossack armor or something like that. It's just like it's definitely interesting to look into the roots of things and how people wore things. Especially considering the fact that a lot of the cultural stuff like it's so wild thinking about the cultural stuff existing so like soon, right? As like the Russian Empire existed up until the early 20th century effectively.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
that's pretty recent.
Yeah. Like there is out there, I was surprised, but there is out there a recording that was saved from a voice of Nikolai III.
A record? Yo, that's
There's a
crazy.
voice recording of one of the last emperors, of the last emperor in Russia, giving a speech in French.
What? Damn, bro has a whole like diss track. That's crazy.
To be fair though, it's not as surprising that he was giving speech in French, because Russian nobility, the Romanov family, They were polyglots.
Ooh, all of them.
A lot of them were, yeah.
So, I mean, if you do politics, you have to know
Yeah.
a lot of languages.
So Nikolai III, he knew German, English, French, Russian, a few other languages too.
Probably Chinese too,
Yeah,
I'd
probably
reckon.
Chinese too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they kind of like, and considering the fact that this was also in the period of time where French was considered to be a bit more predominant than English.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it was important to speak in various languages like that. So yeah, there was an extensive. Russian emperors were a bit hardcore. Like if you know the history of Peter the Great, that was guy Peter the Great.
Oh.
So he was one of the later ones, and he basically turned Russia from a kingdom into empire. So he was he stand out first because he was tall, very tall. When people were normally like 160 centimeters tall back then, 167, he was 203.
Oh. Oh my damn. Okay, bro literally stands out.
Yeah, he was 203 centimeters. And then what he did is it's still discussed to this day how he did it. He wanted to say, we need good fleet. We need really good fleet. So what he did about that is that he went away from Russia. He pretended to be a peasant, and then he built ships in Poland, or himself with his own two hands to understand how you build ships. An emperor just went fucked off to build ships, to understand how you need to build ships.
Damn. Yeah. And then he went back and then he made ships
He went back and with the understanding of how shipbuilding works. He instructed people. They went around building the ships, building the things. He basically experienced everything. He was a scholar. He was a lot of these smart, very strong, a lot of the archaic traditions that were there. He kind of like, well, no, we don't need that anymore. So that was a lot of the.
So he was literally like a foreign student. He went study abroad.
Yeah, he basically
to save his country.
Abroad, just to basically make it a bit more prime time, so to speak. It's just like it's these kind of stories. You look into the history, and it's just like the resilience here is on display in a lot of ways. It's nice. It's definitely nice to study history. And realized that Moscow was not even like a capital until much later. It was Novgorod. It was Novgorod for a while. That was the capital, basically, of the Russian thing. And then Kiev.
Yeah, capitals of countries. Funny. Why is that funny?
Well, Kiev. It was Kiev. Like a lot of the Kiev Rus. It was Kiev Rus, Russia, and then it was Russia, Moscow, Russia. It's kind of like these kind of territories existed for a while. And the capital kind of bounced between those kind of like the Novgorod, Kiev, Russia, and Moscow, all that kind of stuff. It's traceable back to a lot of these resources, which is interesting.
Do you remember all of that from your history classes, or do you like sort of research it when you're already graduating?
I remember a lot of it from history classes because our teachers really love their jobs.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so we kind of do get a lot of really comprehensive, surprisingly brutally honest discussions of how stuff went. Like we talk about the good stuff, right? Obviously, but we also talk about a lot of the bad stuff that happens, right? As well, like the losses, the corruption, all the stuff like that existed throughout the history. Because there's a lot of those. There's plenty of that.
Yeah.
Obviously. Right.
But I think countries would be hesitant to talk about their own sins, or the things that they've committed that was bad. Because like usually history they don't teach that at school.
Yeah, I noticed that as well, and I didn't know it was the norm until I actually got out of into the country, into the internet. I was like, oh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
But apparently,
Yeah,
they are very,
right?
very, very brutally honest about a lot of stuff that happened in the world. Because a lot of the people, when they made those lessons, they basically went, "No, people need to know that we are also kind of
Oh.
fucked up in places, right? And we got fucked up in places as well."
That's great.
Like one of the biggest
That's true.
topics of study to this day is the Mongolian invasion for Russia that happened,
Oh.
and it lasted for 300 years.
Wait,
Yeah.
you guys invaded them?
No,
Or did they invade
Mongolians
you guys?
invaded us for like 300 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was like a thing that existed until a while later. Then when someone rebelled, and then basically eventually because of the empire of Genghis Khan, it was the Genghis Khan era. After a while, it just kind of fell apart because
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to maintain an empire when you are not even maintaining cities properly all that much. It's kind of like it's fractured. There was like one gold hoard. It was like there in Russia, and then they got pushed out, and then some order of knights tried to attack us and drowned in the lake. because apparently nobody taught the knights that walking in full suit of armor on a frozen lake might not be the best idea ever. It'll hold, they say. It didn't hold.
This is why we have to learn from history.
Yeah.
Just a lot of. I guess, well, Vietnamese history is also mostly war. It's because, the geography wise,
Geography.
when your country is right next to China and then next to this big ass sea that connects to many more countries, you're kind of like, the place that everybody wants to invade.
It's a strategic place, yeah.
Yeah. So like Mongolians came to our country multiple times as well. And Chinese people took us for like 1,000 years. We were just under Chinese influence. And then the French, and then the Americans. And it's just like, when does it end,
Can you leave us the fuck alone, please?
Yeah, it's so hard. And they have this saying, like, Vietnam, the country, it's like a beautiful girl, and everybody wants to have a piece of her. It's just a bit,
Oh
it's a
my
bit
God.
tough. And we're such a small country. It's just like,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, that sounds tough. At least Russia was like always like a big place with big people.
Yeah.
People.
You can hide, if you want. You can just hide in one place and then recuperate your thingy. But here it's like,
Yeah, it's just like it's always kind of like that. I definitely that you say that the hide, it definitely kind of grew into its own thing. A lot of people like living off grid a little bit. Like these people build their own houses themselves with their own hands.
ooh.
Yeah, like the wooden houses still. Like you see a lot of these kind of wooden shacks.
Oh,
Built.
here? Like in modern days?
Yeah. Let me see.
Oh, wow.
This kind of like this kind of idyllic kind of house that was built with it was built with the hands of someone. Like this is the normal kind of looking house built by hand by someone, and it's just
Oh,
someone involved
it's kind of cute.
yeah, someone involved their entire life in finishing these kind of houses.
That looks like it has a lot of personality.
Yeah. Like these kind of scenic places is usually where people live in these kind of. Let me see.
Would these be like old people living here, you think? Or is it like an actual like young family?
Most likely older folk.
Yeah.
Since they most likely are built, like by older generations from like older. There's more modern looking ones like this, for example.
You know, that made me realize, because you talked about this, like how most people know how to fix their car, most people know how to fix their furniture and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in the modern day, because we have separate rules for separate people, like if your pipes get broken, you call somebody who do specifically pipes,
Mm-hmm.
versus back then where everybody kind of knew how to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like, if you throw me to a random land and says this is your land, build a house in it, I'll be like, oh, build a what? It's like impossible. But yeah, I guess Russian people still have that
Yep.
resourcefulness that you
That's
said.
the thing. It remains like it's easier to buy land, for example, right? Like
Yeah, it's cheaper.
yeah, it's cheaper to buy land. Like for example, again, this is just like plot of land, for example, right? Let me see. So small. Okay. Well, it's like 11. Let me see. I just need to like translate the number of this. Two.
Why do they need the fence around it though? Is it from animals, like stopping animals from coming in? Or?
It's more a tradition than anything.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, this land around them is so big, and I'm pretty sure no one's there. So
Yeah. So basically, it's like 1,158 meters, right? Land, square meters. That's
it's big.
yeah, that's a big land, right? But then
Yeah.
how you buy it, it's $1,000.
Huh?
It's $1,000.
It's $1,000
Yeah.
for 1,000 square meter.
Yeah. You can buy these kind of like deals before land if you really want to. If you need to know where to
You're
look.
joking.
No, really. I found the literally first listing I found here.
That is, dude, that is less than a Gucci shoe.
Yeah, like it's
You can get a whole
$1,000
plot of
bucks.
land.
Like we, I'm really surprised nobody knows just how cheap Russia is comparatively speaking.
Yeah, I never knew. Oh my god. I mean, damn. But where is this land though? Is it like in the middle of the jungle? Is it?
No, it's like it's around the Moscow region.
Moscow? Dude, there's. Oh my god. Guys, take your life savings, sell your houses. We're moving.
It's like it's definitely there's definitely technology is also relatively like I recently looked up for someone like a laptop, right? Recently looked for a laptop to them, just like out of curiosity. It's a simple work laptop, right? It's a 16 RAM, like relatively okay, relatively good producing, right? 790.
700 for a laptop.
Yeah, 791 for a laptop.
What
For a good
the
laptop.
fuck? Dude. So...
My PC that still works with me, like my gaming laptop. I have a gaming laptop. It's like RTX 16 gigabytes data, like for 4060 stuff like that. It costed me $2,000.
2,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
Dude, how do they do that, man? This is like inflation not a thing in Russia?
We maintain economy, but like okay, so normally you need to spend like 5,000 rubles, I would say, on good on like groceries for like 3 people, say, right? Just example, right? So groceries for 5,000 rubles, let's say 7,000 rubles for like a week. That's $76.
Okay.
So that's groceries.
Wait, for 4 people?
For 3 to 4 people, yeah.
For 4 people?
$76.
Groceries?
Yeah.
$76. That is fucked.
When it comes to like, I pay for the internet. My internet is 300 megabytes per Mbpp something.
300? Wait, what the fuck? Are you like NASA or something? Dude, I
No.
have like 100 and something.
No, 300, and I pay $45 for it.
Oh my god, we're in the wrong country. Dude, our internet
Uh-huh.
is 100, like around 100.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Oh.
And it's already $100.
No, I pay $45.
That is fucked. That is so fucked. Yo, ain't no way, man. Ay.
Legitimately, when I talk about prices here, people go, huh?
It's so insane. Like, why aren't we all living there? There's enough space for each of us.
Yeah, I can order pizza, like a good pizza, for $13.
$13 for a whole pizza.
Yeah, it's like 40
Oh
centimeters.
my god. Jesus Christ.
With like fillings and toppings and everything. I can order
$14?
$14.
Dude. Just regretting my choices right now. What about taxes though? Maybe taxes high? Is tax?
Taxes. Okay, so relatively speaking, on a good, it's when there's winter and I don't have gas myself, so I pay a little higher on winter.
Oh.
I have a lot of electricity because they didn't like plant the landline here of gas, so I pay like 10,000 rubles per month usually. Well, in current exchange rate, it tells me $109.
$109. Wait, for what?
For a month.
Yeah, but for gas? Is that what you said?
No, for my general
Tax.
Tax, yeah.
Oh. Wait, I thought it's like a.
It's basically like water and electricity. That's basically what it is.
That's bills though.
It's
Tax
bills,
is like
bills.
income tax. Like it takes tax from your income.
Oh yeah, give me a moment.
I think there's like a percentage. Tax percentage Australia.
It's like 13%.
13. Oh, that's so much better than Australia.
13.
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
13%.
Because Australia is like 16.
Yeah, 13%. Yeah.
16% or 30%.
Usually the work givers, the companies are obligated to pay the tax. Yeah, so basically they guys kind of like just take it out of your payments and just
your income.
already deducted the taxes by the time you get the payment. So it usually is kind of like a less of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. It's not like America where you have to do your taxes yourself.
Yeah, it's usually the work. The person giving you work is usually the one responsible for paying your taxes.
That makes more sense, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of like there is ways people get the government gets money. Obviously, the taxes, the bills, whatever hell, right? We pay all that stuff. But generally speaking, I think we just maintain a healthy a healthy approach to marketing stuff. There's no real monopolization of business here. There's a lot of moms and pop shops. Lots of moms and pop shops. A lot of like little city networks. A lot of networks.
See, that's really important. Because in Australia right now, there's a huge problem. Everyone's talking about it. For supermarkets, we literally only have 2. Like we have a few more like indie shops, but the biggest 2 that take up 70% of the supermarket market is just 2 companies, Coles and Woolworths. That's it.
Yeah, that's
it's
bad.
like, yeah, so they're driving the prices up 10% each year. And it's like fucked. It's so fucked right now. People can't buy anything because of that.
Understandable. Yeah, that would do it. That would definitely do it.
Yeah.
It's understandable. I think personally that's really is one of the reasons why it kind of functions here that well, is because we do maintain a good amount of like businesses and stuff, various businesses.
Yeah, it's a good balance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good balance. Yeah, and it works. It works for first and foremost. I think it works.
That's true, man.
Yeah. We have our own delivery services, obviously, like with our own like Amazon service called Ozon, right?
Oh, it's like an Amazon rival.
Yeah, it's not the rival. It's just in
Oh.
Russia, but yeah, yeah. But it's effectively, it's also effectively promoting a lot of the smaller businesses because they take into you can buy anything from anywhere, and it's obviously they obviously get the money from it. It's like people can sell their own little
Right.
little creations, or people can sell like other chairs. Like you can buy anything
Yeah.
on there effectively. So it's a similar principle, effectively. Yeah.
Right, but it's Russian.
It's Russian, yeah.
So that's better because they don't have to compete with all these international sellers.
Yeah, effectively.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why the fuck aren't we moving to Russia though? I'm confused. I wonder what the percentage of foreigners living in Russia. Because it's not really like a popular place to go study abroad, I don't think. Not in the modern times.
It's not really. I'd say. I would personally think that there is a certain incentive to go there if you know that you go. But on the other hand, there's not a lot of people who know a lot of the advantages of actually moving there for at least temporarily, right? And it's kind of that's why a lot of people don't really consider going there because, well, also again language. Like everyone speaks English.
Yeah.
When you move to Europe, everyone speaks to English. But when you move to Russia, it's most likely you need to like learn basic Russian for it, right? And it's kind of like a big commitment.
Right. So it's sort of like the friendship thing you said, right? It's hard to get in, but once you're in for life.
Yeah, once you're in, you're probably gonna stick around.
You can't get out.
You're probably gonna stick around if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are opportunities. Obviously, there are jobs. There's like freelance and everything and stuff like that. Some people can't find jobs, and obviously, the other people find jobs. It's like everywhere, basically. I'm not saying it's like perfect living conditions or whatever. I'm just saying there's generally less of a chance to fall into like complete disaster if you have a decent basis for living. Let's say it like
I'm just so surprised because I mean food is cheap.
Yeah.
Food is amazing from the pictures that you've shown us. Culture is rich. Look at the land. Like you can live in such a big space for such little money. Like, yo. I mean, I guess like the chat's saying probably because of the cold. Like not everybody can deal with the cold.
Yeah, cold. Also the cultural, language apparently.
Language barrier.
Yeah, language barrier. And it's like I do imagine it's kind of intimidating to go into a completely different culture. Like nobody when you.
But like, you know how people are jumping into Japan? Like, Japanese is not easy to learn, right?
No.
Obviously.
Not really, no.
And it's fucking expensive. There's literally no space. But everyone's like, let's go to Japan. I'm moving to Japan and I'm gonna live in Japan. Meanwhile, Russia over here, super cheap, welcoming, great to live, great to everything, and also a hard language. But it's like, what? I feel like there's not enough promotional material in terms of like pop culture or something. That's why people are not really thinking about moving.
I mean, we don't really have our anime that basically popularizes the culture. I do have an idea for later if you guys want to. I will for a later stream or something. We can do a watch along of a nice little comedy or like a movie, traditional Russian movie of some sort. We have a lot of those.
But do they have subtitles?
Yes. There's subtitles. The old Russian movies have subtitles and stuff like that. The comedies and all, like they're really cute. Like a lot of they have this really interesting vibe to them. A lot of the Russian movies.
I've never tried any. Okay, do you have any like suggestions for a really good series or movie that's Russian?
The Russian stop motion cartoons are one of those things that were
Oh.
created in USSR.
Oh.
Then we have several legendary series of like cartoons that was created in stop motion. They're very whimsical,
Oh shit.
very they were made specifically, like a lot of resources went into that with stop motion and like the puppeteering and everything. It was very
Yeah.
clay figures. They made like clay figures moving
Yeah.
around.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
That's cool. Huh. Damn.
Yeah, the hedgehog in the fog, for example. Look at how these kind of
The hedgehog
the hedgehog in the fog.
in the fog. Okay.
Yeah, look at it. Look at how whimsical and interesting these types of productions.
Oh shit! This could be like an indie video game vibe.
Yeah, this is the same, but this is the type of production it has. Like it's so these like so interesting.
Ooh, wait, when was this created?
75th.
1975.
Yeah.
Yo, it looks really modern though.
Yep. They utilized really intense techniques and really intense production quality to make it really, really, really big. Stalker movie was also made by Russian, I'm pretty sure. There's a few like Russian comedies that are fun. 12 Chairs, The Diamond Arm. Those are kind of.
Nupakachi? Wait, what is that? Oh, is it the thing where it's like? I think.
Nupagadi, yeah, it's a wolf and a rabbit kind of chase kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
a little comedic series of TV shows about that.
Yeah, that one, like, it was really poppin' in Vietnam as well. Everybody knows that phrase.
No zayats, no pagadi. Я помню.
Oh my god, my dad would have gone crazy if he said that. He'd be like, "Oh my god, he said the thing, he said the thing."
You need to like add rasp to it. No pagadi.
Oh shit, I didn't know that was Russian.
It was
I just thought it was some.
There's a few really fun little movies and little interesting movies that definitely can be watched. I will definitely be open to showing you around if you'd like.
Yay!
Outside from gaming.
Yeah, what's the? Is there like Russian games that are popular?
There's a Stalker series actually is Russian.
Stalker series.
Yeah, the Stalker series. Metro series also Russian.
Wait, let me see. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, there is one famous Russian game that was created in Russia. It's called Tetris.
Tetris is Russian?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
You didn't know Tetris is Russian.
I didn't. I thought it was some fucking Swedish shit because it's like putting things together. I just thought of IKEA.
No. Tetris is Russian. Tetris was invented in Russia.
Oh, see that explains the music, the theme.
That's why it says Kalinka, Malinka, Malinka.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's yeah.
Damn, you learn something new every day, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of it's really surprising. It's funny to surprise people with it, honestly.
I thought everybody know it, not me. This is the only when Soviet Russia Tetris plays you. Oh yeah, wasn't it that meme? Where it's like in Russia you don't something does the thing to you.
It's a meme, yeah. It is a meme. In Soviet Russia,
yeah.
Game plays you.
You sound like Zarya from Overwatch.
In Soviet Russia, game plays you.
The Netflix made a whole movie about Tetris? Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, they did.
Damn. What the fuck? There's this lo-fi music playlist. Soviet Union music records, 1939. Relax. It's like you know the lo-fi girl
Uh-huh.
in the study thing. It's her, but like Soviet. So funny. I'll put it in the chat.
I mean, honestly, one surprise to you as well. Do you know Heroes of Might and Magic?
No.
Well, for people who
Heroes.
know of Might and Magic, it was the Heroes of Might and Magic 5 was produced in Russia.
Oh. I
Yeah.
have to Google it.
It's one of the, or it's like one of
Oh,
the.
somebody knows.
Yeah, it's Russian. If you look at the Heroes of Magic Might and Magic 5, you see all the Russian names in the creators. That's because it was made by in comparatively in conjunction of Ubisoft in Russia. So that's kind of funny.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Wait, this looks like. Wait, what kind of game is this?
It's a RPG strategy.
Strategy?
Kind of thing. Yeah, it's a strategy RPG kind of thing. It's old school RPG kind of thing. Well, Metro series is definitely something to look into as well. It's like very Russian.
Metro City.
Metro series, yes. I mean, Owlcat games are also Russian, so.
I feel like all these Russian games has a very dark aesthetic to it.
Well, you can look into Pathfinder Kingmaker.
Pathfinder Kidmaker?
Kingmaker and Pathfinder.
Kingmaker.
Wrath of the Righteous. It was made by Russian studio as well. Owlcat Games.
Yeah. Yeah, it has a lot of that like.
But yeah,
warrior type bully.
One thing I have to say is that Russians, we have a very doomer-like
yeah, that's true.
creations. A lot of the Russian games, a lot of the Russian creations, they have this undeniable layer of darkness to it. And the thing about this is that it's not darkness for darkness' sake, like a lot of the dark stuff. It's more hope despite this kind of
right.
Like
it's like light in the middle of the dark.
Yeah, if you win, if you survive in Pripyat, in the Chernobyl station in Stalker, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is good endings there, even though the game itself is very dark, is very like gritty and everything. There's moments where you just sit around like the campfire and listen to some random stalker play guitar, or there's like good endings for Metro as well, which is a post-apocalyptic game entirely, and it's just like there is this feeling of hope in the most hopeless situations. That's what they try to zero on in a lot of the times.
That's a good message to leave behind to the next generation.
Yeah, that's definitely what is prevalent. A lot of the music, when you like listen to it, it seems like so drab and such a major downer, but but when you listen to it, it's kind of like it's a downer, but kind of like that kind of thing.
Right.
It's a downer, but there is a lot of buts
there. The human spirit.
The human spirit, exactly. Human spirit.
Yeah.
I would say exactly that. And it's lovely. It's lovely to get through a game for like we should honestly, if we do end up doing like a series of games together, for example, like a series, I will definitely play Metro with you.
Metro.
Yeah.
Wait, let me try to find it on Steam. Is it on Steam?
It's on Steam, yeah. It's like very cheap. It's like an old game. Metro, first game of the Metro series.
Damn, that shit looks intense.
Yeah, Metro 2033, specifically.
2033.
2033.
2033?
2033, yeah.
Okay.
The first game in the series is Metro 2033.
Is this a FPS?
It is an FPS. It's kind of like a horror element to it because it's post-apocalyptic. It's based around on a book series.
Ooh, Ooh, see, I would like to read some Russian book. Yes, literature.
Yeah, that's one
Oh,
thing I
what's
wanted
like
to
a
mention as well, because
yeah,
Russian
yeah, yeah,
literature
yeah.
is, I think, one of the only things that is Russian that is very widely acclaimed.
True. That is true. Yeah, I don't know Metro. Sorry, I'm not a gamer. Not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
just play some games. I'm not a gamer.
Yeah, yeah. As I said, if we do have a series of games, I would show you like one of those Stalker games or one of the. We would just play them together, and and everything. I'll play a few streams together and see what if you like it or not. You know?
Yeah, back to the literature thing though. That's
Yeah.
so true. I know like Leo Tolstoy or Dostoevsky, like those people I heard of, but the rest of the culture I don't really know.
Yeah.
What's like
Pushkin.
yeah, Pushkin as well. Yeah, why is literature so widespread? I wonder.
Because it's so good.
Maybe it just has maybe it just has a lot of philosophy in it.
It's
That's
really
why.
good, yeah. Like, I think you don't really see books like Crime and Punishment anywhere, because a lot of the books, when you read to them, they tend to a lot of the authors tend to put a lot of their own ideology into it, right? And it's just like it's understandable, right? You write what you believe and you think. When it comes to Dostoevsky as a person, he approached this as a deep psychological case. Like you constantly don't know if you're supposed to be rooting for the main character or not, because one second he's like making a lot of sense, but then on the other hand he shows himself as a completely broken down man who's going insane.
Right. But that makes it more human.
Yeah, it makes it very human. Like you look at him and you don't see a villain. Like the first 3 chapters of the book is him going back and forth if he should even commit this crime that he's going to commit. Like he's disgusted by himself, then he wants to do it, but then he's disgusted, but then he's like, he doesn't want to do it. He goes to drink, he goes to like that. He's like he resolves himself. He nearly botches his own plan. He botches his own plan. He accidentally ends up like killing someone else as well, and he's like this really bothers him a lot, and he's just like it's a human. There's no really laughing villain going
Yeah, right. Right.
He really is fucked up by everything, and it doesn't really solve any of his problems either, and it's just like, was it really worth it? No, not really. Maybe not. It's just like maybe this granny he ended up axing to the face is not, maybe she was a horrible human being, but who cares, right? Like it doesn't really solve anything at the end of the day. So it's kind of like everything is written from a perspective that you can understand and empathize with, but it makes it more complicated, and you have to sit down and really think about all this stuff. Yeah.
Damn. Shit's deep.
Yeah, shit's deep.
Skeleton talked about Swan Lake, Tchaikovsky.
Oh yeah, Swan Lake. Yeah. The ballet is also one. The ballet is also one, and the music is also the composers of music. I remember there was a meme out there somewhere. I was just like, "That's Tchaikovsky. You cannot use cannons as instruments. Tchaikovsky, no. Tchaikovsky, yes.
Wait, what? Really?
Always yes."
What the fuck? Wait, really? Was that popping off sometime that I didn't know?
Yeah, there was a meme there because there is legitimately the Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky, yes, cannons. Yes, the Tchaikovsky's 1812's overture is with cannons.
What? Oh yeah, wait, I can Google it right here.
Yeah.
Cannons.
And you might recognize.
Wait, I kind of want to hear this.
And you might recognize the song. You know the
I'm
song.
gonna mute for a sec.
You actually.
I'm gonna mute for a second so I can check it out. Tchaikovsky. Cannons. There we go. Cannons are not instruments. Alright, give me 1 sec, guys. I just want to hear this for a sec.
I listened to I read the comments from like the video of let me link you to the actual music video. Not the music video, but the music thing. Here you go. And there's the first comment: Russian orchestra, string section, brass section, woodwind section, artillery section. You might recognize the song, by the way. You probably heard it before.
Oh. Holy shit. Yeah, I just saw the meme. That is hilarious. And it works!
Yeah.
It actually works!
So is that? It's the one. Is the one people use for when chaotic messes happen. That's the overture. That was created by Tchaikovsky, and it uses cannons.
I'm starting to get a picture of the Russian aesthetics. It's dark, but it's chaotic. It's chaotic neutral. That's literally what Russian people.
You know what? That's not wrong.
Very chaotic neutral. Yeah.
That's absolutely not wrong.
Because it's not evil. It's not dark for the sake of dark, as you said.
Yeah.
And it's not pure naive friendliness either. It's chaotic neutral.
It's kind of yeah. It got weathered, but by time, but it still has the humor to it. A lot of it, like an irony almost.
Yeah. Dark humor shit.
Yeah. And I do enjoy irony. I do enjoy how this kind of like this stuff. That's why a lot of this stuff, as a Russian, I'm gonna say how it affected my being present on the internet. I still don't understand what people mean by triggers and lines and veils and whatever, right?
Wait, what? Triggers?
Yeah,
like you mean
on the internet when you're like, oh, this triggers me. Nothing triggers me. When I look at something,
I've seen shit.
When I look at something on the internet, and when I see on fiction, like people get genuinely affected by fiction on like Western kind of side.
Oh, yeah.
Go,
like the movies. This movie triggers me.
Yeah, I look at it and go, what kind of life you lived, you fucking softie? Like I don't like that's what my response is usually to that. I don't usually say it out loud, obviously, because I don't want to be rude. But it's like my thought process is what kind of fucking life you had if a simple trauma of watching someone like explode on screen and knowing it's fake, it gives you so much trauma.
It's like once you've lived through enough famine winters in Russia, then a characterization of a movie thing is not gonna affect you.
Thing at this point that is basically, I don't really. To be fair, I'm also a psychologist and I've been in med school. And I've been like partially to med school to like do some med stuff, and and one of the first things in med school in Russia they do is that they walk you in, they place a corpse in front of you and say, look at it.
And so after that point, nothing fucking matters.
Yeah, that's like
to be fair.
That's why a lot of doctors are so desensitized to this, because like they learn on seeing like dead bodies.
That's good. I feel like everybody should know that though. Because once you really know that, oh, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna end up like this, then all the small stuff, like, it doesn't really...
Yeah, it's just like, at this point, a lot of the Western culture, to me personally, is just letting far too many things affect you on a far deeper level that it's supposed to.
Ooh. Yeah, that is deep. Somebody write that down.
It's like, you are letting yourself get affected far too much.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I feel like living here in Australia for a while, I've been affected by that a little bit. Like in terms of, I go on Instagram, right? And there's a bunch of these reels talking about, we're going back to the dating thing now, but it's like people are going into like, oh, this is a red flag. If they do this, then they're a bad person. If your boyfriend does this, then he doesn't love you. It's like very small things, and like the very non-medical people are out here giving people diagnoses, telling people that's unhealthy, that's trauma, that's whatever, even though it's just normal behaviors within a relationship. So yeah,
A lot of
that's
I'm
very true.
gonna be very honest here. A lot of really
Mm-mm.
a lot of really brain dead dipshits just think they're like super smart and they know everything, but
Yeah.
in the end of the day,
Mm.
they're just brain dead dipshits who never knew a single day of hardship in their life actually. So every minor
Mm.
inconvenience is cause for like a I'm so traumatized. Ah." Fucking stupid idiots.
Right. Right, right, right.
I look at
Mm.
Twitter sometimes, then I remember I need to have my nerves remaining intact, so I stopped looking at Twitter.
True. So true. And I mean, I guess what we're doing now in terms of cultural exchange is a really good sort of sobering moment as well, because
Hmm.
normally we live in our worlds and we're so focused on it and we think that's the only reality
Hmm.
that exists.
No.
But then we talk to somebody from a different culture with different, childhood and all that, and we're like, oh shit, this world is big. My experience is just a tiny little speck, and everything is not as bad or as good as it seems. Because, hey, look at this
Yeah,
person with a
there's
completely
always
different
good
life.
parts. There's always bad parts in any
Mm,
part of the
mm,
world. There's always like the
yeah.
nice country parts that are like super
Mm,
cool and super interesting to engage with, and also always a part where you go that makes you go, please burn it with fire.
right, right.
It's always gonna be like that. It's
Mm,
finding the right balance between appreciating what you have, like whatever you
mm,
are, and maybe if you
yeah.
don't appreciate it enough, maybe finding a place where you do belong in, right?
Mm,
And moving appropriately.
true.
Like that's the balance you need to maintain here, I think, in a lot of ways.
Yeah. And in terms of like appreciating it, I'm not sure if you guys had the same experience. When I was in Vietnam, I hated my own culture because all that I saw was the bad parts of it in terms of like, oh, okay, we have these rituals where we let two bulls fight each other to the dead. Then the victor, we eat it. We open it up and we eat it. And then, we eat dogs. We have this sort of thing where all the males get to sit on the table and do nothing while the females do all the work and then clean it up and then get beaten and all that. And I just really, really hated my own culture
Hmm.
until I went over to Australia and learned more about it. And then I was like, okay, wait. It seems that there are some goodness in my own culture
Hmm.
as well that I
No.
wouldn't have appreciated if I didn't have something else to contrast it with.
Yeah.
Like in here, people are like, "Oh, it's okay, just be a single mother. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if the family doesn't stay together." Whereas in Vietnam, it's more like, "Let's keep the family together." So
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's a balance, I guess.
Yeah, it's a thing. Also, that's why I also advocate for traveling myself personally, because
Mm,
traveling is
true.
important to really understand the world around you. And people who are like
Mm.
claim that you only need your country, you never need to travel anywhere. I think that's stupid. People like
Mm.
maybe that's why Americans are so fucking dumb.
Oh my god. Yo, this video's gonna get banned. Banned in the US.
But they are kind of dumb though. Like you have seen somebody.
But you know what's crazy? I feel like the people who hate Americans the most are Americans.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's so funny.
it's hilarious to me, but like they're
Yeah.
so busy segregating themselves into these little groups that constantly
Yeah,
fight between each other
true.
and hate each other. Like I'd never seen any other country ever in the world say
Mm.
specified, and I'm a Hispanic American, thank you, or like who the fuck gives a
Yeah,
shit? Who the fuck gives a shit? It's like I looked at American like internet and I see I'm a cis white gay man, Hispanic. Who the fuck cares? Shut up.
oh my god. Theo, you're gonna get cancelled, but it's gonna be a fun cancellation.
Yeah, like who the fuck gives a shit? Only Americans give a shit about these, like about the fucking stash of labels. So sorry, I'm a guy from Russia.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't need any more.
It's like you said, right? It's not about this city, this city, this city. If you're in Russia, you're Russian. That's
Yeah,
it.
like
Period.
yeah. Still don't understand what cis means, except like, oh, cis. You're slaying cis. Like, I don't really know any other
I'm not
thing.
gonna. I hate that cis word. So the word cis, when they use to mean like straight, is CIS. So it's not like SIS, but it's CIS. But it just sounds like cyst in terms of like CYST, like a really disgusting lump on your skin. I just hate that word. Just calling somebody a cyst, it's like, geez.
Yeah, you're such a cyst. Yeah, like I feel like people who are obsessed with this don't really have any other personality to them, like except that. Like I noticed that a lot
Yeah.
of people who are obsessed with these things, they don't really have any other defining features and like being who they are, except just like this.
True. True.
So that's like,
And
well,
it's not even.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, keep going.
so yeah, again, so it's not like it's when someone questions them on the stuff like this, it's like it feels like a personal attack because that's all they have.
Yeah. That is true. That is their entire identity and livelihood that you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
attacking right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's not even about being against the people who actually have those conditions or are actually gay.
Yeah.
It's like if you're gay, it's fine, whatever. But there are many gay people who don't constantly talk about their gayness.
Yeah,
You know,
I
so,
like people myself. I'm a psychologist. I like talking about people to people. I don't like talking to labels.
Yo, bro, write this down. Bars. Fire bars. Yeah,
Like,
that is true.
That's what I always think about. Like to me, when a person devolves themselves to a label, that's just like that's you are disrespecting yourself first and foremost. You're
True, you're
downgrading
simplifying your
yourself.
existence.
Yeah, you're downgrading
Yeah.
yourself. Like, sure, you might be a part of the group, right? You might be a part of. You might.
Yeah.
You might belong temporarily to somewhere until they turn on you too. Probably sometimes. But then
True. So true.
But it's like maybe being an individual will always triumph over these kind of temporary cliques that you will never really find yourself standing out in any capacity. Like people get forgotten a lot about these like Twitter dramas that constantly happen. Nobody remembers
Oh,
who
for sure.
started those dramas because it's like nobody remembers
Yeah.
who was the offended ones. Nobody really does remember. Like people remember people who fought against the offended ones or like or something like that. Because it's just, like,
True. That is so true.
they define their own individuality and they find their own kind of sense of belonging by being who they are and being unapologetically who they are. I respect those people much more than people who get into cliques and try to like attack others for not being the way they are.
Absolutely true. Nothing but bars. Nothing but facts. Somebody's asking, wait, you're a psychologist? Are you a practicing psychologist?
Yeah.
Like
I'm
actual?
a therapist, yeah.
Oh shit, let's go, boys!
Yeah.
This entire stream has actually been a therapy session. Now you have to pay us $300 each person.
Yeah,
Thank you very
absolutely.
much.
Thank you. The therapy tax, please, and thank you.
Oh shit. Oh, actually, I forgot. Yeah, somebody said, no wonder he's not triggered. He's seen shit. He's seen the most triggering things of all, so he's fine.
Partially, yeah. I've been in a lot of places in a lot of ways, and talked to various different people. But even then, even before that, I was never really susceptible to this kind of stuff because I don't know when you were a normal person, you don't get hyper obsessed with shit to a point where it's getting affecting you morally on a level.
Yeah.
Like usually you don't do that. Maybe, hopefully, please.
Majority of people are fine.
Yeah, majority.
It's just the loud minority who, struggle to have some sort of identity.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there is a question that
Well,
people keep asking though.
What is the question?
It's about animals in Russia. And I know how like stereotypical this sounds. Everybody when I say, oh, I live in Australia, they're always like, are there kangaroos? Are there koalas? Are there bugs? So the same thing goes to Russia. Everybody's asking, do you guys have bears for pets?
Not usually, I would say. The thing
Not
about
usually.
bears that are like, there are various bears. We have such a variety of bears.
Oh.
There's a lot of different variety of bears. There's the white bears. There's like grizzly bears, which are the usual.
Okay.
The grizzly ones are like the big ones, but like not too big ones, right? And the brown bears are like small bears.
You know, the usual response would be no. And that's it. But the Russian response is, not usually. We have different types of bears.
No, but
You're so
like,
casually talking about.
I do know a few cases at least of someone having a bear.
Really? Wait, so it's legal? It's completely legal.
I mean, it's okay. Yeah, as long as you're like in the wilderness and like the person have the chance to, you know.
Tame one.
Huh?
You just tame one? Like you just walk into the forest and be like, "Yep, this one's mine."
I don't really know how
You
that
just
happens,
name it.
admittedly, but some people do have
Yeah.
them. Like it's a small minority have them.
Wow.
Polar bears obviously are not the tameable kind, but they are they are
Yeah.
cool with us if we are cool with them.
Oh,
I always tell that story, but when I was traveling up north, just
Yeah.
for like scientific stuff thing, but basically to help the project thing, I was in a station closer to like polar area of things. It was cold as fuck, obviously,
Okay. Yeah.
and there was a polar bear
Uh-huh.
there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what happened is they're like huge, like 2 meters tall, like they large.
Jesus.
Huge. And he approached the station. He looked
Okay.
at the window. He stepped out and like his front paws on the thing, and he just
Oh.
looked at you.
And then he knows you're Russian and then he leaves you alone.
Looked at you, right? And it was basically like give food plus.
If not friend, why friend shaped?
Yeah, if you friend give food, I'm okay. I'm just like, I'm.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I did give him like a few fishes, a little piece of fish, and he basically always made the same sound. It's like rar. It fucked up. This was like a bear for sub.
Oh my god.
Sub.
What the fuck? Because I thought polar bears are actual, like, killers.
No, they're chill with you if you're chill with them. Like if they know it's
Damn.
like easier to get food from you if you chill with them, they're gonna be chill with
Yeah.
you. Obviously.
Okay, they're smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does the vibe check.
Yeah.
Keep a few fish with you.
The polar bear vibe check, you must pass it.
I've never even seen a bear in real life.
I've seen a few.
Just through like the forest
Yeah,
thingy.
forest, and also a polar bear. I literally fed one, so.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's such a flex. Yeah, dude, you have a Pomeranian in your house. I fed a polar bear, like just casually.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they kind of do live closer to these stations, polar stations, because it's polar bears, polar stations. It's in the
Go
name.
figure.
It's in the name.
Even in the zoo. Yeah, I didn't even see a bear in a zoo.
Yeah.
I see, you know, like they have giraffes and shit, but not bears.
Yeah, I don't think bears are like. There is some
A zoo
bears.
thing.
Yeah, there are some bears in zoos, but like most of them, they just kind of live in the wilderness. I've seen more videos of bears stealing shit from supermarkets than.
Wait, supermarket?
No, I'm joking.
How do they get in?
The small. I've seen like a few videos of a bear just politely going into a shop, stealing
Oh.
one pack of nuts every time, and politely walking outside.
That's so cute. I'd let him steal all my nuts. So cute.
Yeah, just like exactly one pack. Like no more, not more, not less. Just one pack into.
He's on a diet.
Yeah, gently placing the shelf back on and then backing out.
Aww.
Like that actually, a video I saw. It was like people investigated who's the stealer, and it was Bear who was constantly. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's adorable. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's we. Other than we have polar foxes.
Polar foxes.
Yeah.
Oh, the white ones, yeah.
Mhm.
Damn. I mean, I do see some people keeping foxes as pets, but they also can't really be tamed
No,
fully.
usually
So
foxes kind of can be tamed. They're weird. They're gonna laugh at you a lot though.
yeah, but I heard they can't like you can't house train them in terms of like they don't know where to poop and pee. They'll just poop and pee in your own house. They don't give a shit about
Yeah,
territory.
definitely need to be a more of a house perp thing, but they can be tamed in a sense that they can be like trained to be more
Not kill you.
yeah,
Yeah.
not attack you. I think yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. You know something though, I used to really want to have a cat. I mean, I still do. But there was this one period of time where I was like, what is the best breed of cat? La, la, la. And this cat just keeps coming up. It's called a Russian Blue. Is that cat really popular in Russia or?
Russian blue. Let me see.
Yeah, and when you describe like the personality of Russian people, I was like, dude, that's the exact personality of a Russian Blue. It's very like cold to you, you know, keeps its distance, but once you become a Russian Blue's best friend, like that's loyalty, that's for life. And it's very difficult to see that from different cat breeds.
Oh yeah. They're pretty cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so cute. They're independent as well,
Yep. They're pretty
but
cute.
very expensive.
Understandable. Yeah.
You guys should Google them. Man, they
cute.
look majestic.
Yeah, they're very cute.
Yeah.
They're like.
Wait, so in
Huh?
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead first.
Yeah, they're like in the. They're also very unique eye color a lot of the times. I think.
Yeah, the green,
Yeah,
so
the
good.
the green outline of the eye is kind of like very unique for the Russian blues.
I was gonna ask you about, because obviously in Vietnam there's always that joke. It's like, oh, you know, Vietnamese people eat cats and dogs and all that. In Russia, is there a type of weird meat that you guys eat?
I don't think so. No.
Or a food? No, like
Weird
not a weird food that
let
you
me
eat.
see.
Yeah.
Let me actually check what is considered weird.
Because like in Vietnam, we eat blood, we eat brains, we eat, you know, we eat all types of shit. We eat insects sometimes. So other people, or at least Western culture, would be like, yo, what the fuck? But for us, it's normal.
Yeah, we actually I think there is a lot of the things that are taken from the Asian cuisine as well in some capacity. So what's the weird Russian food? Let me actually check. I opened a list of what people consider bizarre Russian food.
Yeah, you have to search from outside sources.
Yeah. Holodets, I think, would be a kind of weird food. Holodets is basically like how to explain it? It's like a meat jelly.
Meat jelly. Oh, yeah, we have that too.
Yeah, holodets.
Yeah.
Let me
Jelly meat.
Yeah, look at this. You can look it up how it looks like.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. It looks really good. It's exactly what we eat over there as well.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Really it's really good.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love Russian salads. Can I please say, ever since I was a little child, every time I go to a buffet, there's gonna be that dish of Russian salad. Oh, I would gobble that shit down, bro. It's like mayonnaise. It's got apples. It's got potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's
Yep.
so good.
I would
honestly.
recommend you to try a traditional salad we use on New Year's called Olivier.
Olivier.
Olivier salad.
Let me see.
It's a potato salad, basically.
Russian Olivier salad.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
called.
look at that.
Yeah, it's carrots, potatoes,
Fuck.
sweet peas. There is some pickles, green onion, dill, mayo.
Yeah. That's the one. That's the one
salt
that
and
we eat.
pepper,
Yeah.
and ham. Yeah, this is kind of like the stuff. This is the stuff.
Right.
This is
That's
the
exactly
stuff.
the thing that I love.
This is
Oh
the
my
stuff.
god. We just call it Russian salad. You guys call it Olivier.
It's Olivier salad, yeah.
Oh my god. The ham every time because like the cool thing about the salad is that during a bite, you don't usually look at what's in the bite and everything is kind of coated in this mayonnaise so you don't know.
Oh
So it's
yeah,
like, "Oh,
it's a
is that an apple
it's a
or is
surprise.
that a potato?"
It's a
Yeah, it's so
surprise.
good.
Yeah, yeah. I could link you a few dishes you can reliably make home if you want to.
Yes. Fish and caviar.
Yep.
What? You guys eat caviar, like fish caviar with pancakes?
Yeah.
Oh my god. See, I've never thought of doing that.
Yeah, it's like
What? Oh,
specific Russian pancakes called blinchiki. They can go with caviar pretty well, actually, because
oh.
blinchiki are very savory. They're not like, again, this is
Okay.
not made to be sweet.
Yeah.
You can wrap meat in them. You can wrap whatever you want with them. Like you can make a salad.
Bro, this shit looks good. Wait. It says you guys eat pork's fat. Salo?
Yep.
Salo? So this is straight up like a block of pork fat.
It's specifically made cooked, but yeah, it's an additional kind of thing. Like it's a condensed kind of thing.
Ooh, interesting.
It adds flavor, a lot of flavor. It's used like an addition, as an additive to things, like to add additional flavoring. So like if you make a steak, for example, you put some sallow on it, right? And it's kind of it creates.
So it's
additional
like butter
sizzling.
basically.
It's in a lot of ways it is similar to butter. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so cool. Like, why have I not known this? About all of this in my life.
And this is blinchiki.
Okay, let me see. Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Shit.
You can wrap meat in the again cottage cheese as well.
It's like a crepe, actually.
It's like a crepe, but like a specifically very unique, very uniquely made. I'd say
because
crepe,
it has cheese in it. Yeah.
Yeah. You can put the cheese in it. You can put anything.
Oh.
Yeah. We actually have a lot of dairy products we use in this. Like a lot of dairy products. It kind of grew a resistance to dairy. Like a lot of people, I hear a lot of people who like dairy not people don't like dairy, right? If you say as older you become, less milk you drink. I still drink a lot of milk.
Yeah. I mean, science has so many debates about that.
Yeah.
Some say milk is evil. Some say milk is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going.
I still drink a lot of milk. I like it.
I know, milk is so good. I can't like imagine going on a vegan diet and just cutting off all dairy. Like, what is life anymore without dairy? Anyway, it shows here you guys also eat dumplings, vareniki?
Vareniki and pelmershki. We have our own dumplings, yes.
Yeah, it looks so Chinese, guys. This is like tripping me out.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like they're smaller and they're like often less spiced up.
Yeah. Wow. Guys, Google. This is so cool. Dressed herring is pretty weird. It's a layered salad with diced. What? Dressed herring. Oh, so it's just pickled food.
Yeah.
Have you eaten bear meat?
Nope. I don't think I did.
Oh, okay. Because they're saying here there's like canned bear meat. It's the same thing with like Australians and kangaroo meat. There is kangaroo meat, but not every Australian has eaten it.
Yeah. It's like I don't think it's kind of like something people usually try. I tried elk though.
Elk, yeah. Oh, elk is good.
Yeah.
Elk tastes good. Pelmeni.
Pelmeni. Yeah.
That's also
It's a variation.
the dumpling.
It's a variation of dumplings. Yes. We also love really. We really are like our porridges.
This is warm, right, for winter days?
Yeah, we like our porridges. We like a rice porridge. We're like
Oh, I have been drooling this entire time, by the way. You guys can't see it on the model, but it's like, dude. Traditional Russian fish soup.
Oh yeah, uha. There's uha.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some
It,
really cool stuff you can make from Russian cuisine.
and it seems so healthy. All this is very healthy.
Yeah, we have a specific way we do tea.
Tea.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
tea. Um, it's like it's like tea with milk and like some jam, varenie. Varenie is not jam exactly. It's basically made from fresh berries.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Shit, that's good.
yeah,
Oh
varenie.
my god.
Varenie.
You're inspiring me to make these.
Yeah, look at this. It's like jam, but if jam were made organically.
Russian tea.
Russian tea. Yeah, and this is varenie.
Okay.
I'm showing you varenie now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just fruit and sugar, I would assume.
You basically made fermented kind of stuff like that, and it's basically some sugar, some fruits, and you kind of like make it together.
That's basically jams without
basically
the
jams,
preservatives.
basically jams, but they're preserved in other ways. Yeah.
Damn, so you would put these jams into your tea. Interesting.
For taste basically. Taste, there's some milk, there's a varenia, and everything. It's kind of like milk, mix it together. It's kind of Russian tea.
See, guys, I don't ever know about these things. Holy shit. You know what? Wait, so technically, if we want to try like a knockoff version, we could just put tea and then try to put strawberry jam into it. See how it tastes.
Technically,
not really.
Technically, yeah, but it's we have also like poppy seed rolls as well, Russian.
Poppy tea?
Poppy seed rolls.
Oh, what? Poppy seed rolls. Oh wow.
Yeah, like this kind of stuff like that.
Usually in Western countries that would be like chocolate in the middle instead of poppy seeds.
It's poppy seeds.
Yo, this is so healthy. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
wow.
a sour cream cake as well too.
Sour cream cake?
Yeah.
Let me try.
Yeah.
Guys, this is great for weight loss, by the way. All of these things.
Yeah. It's like only cake, 3 eggs, 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and then sour cream for filling, 1 cup of white sugar, and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. That's basically what you need. And it looks.
Man, I'm inspired to start cooking tonight.
Yeah, and this is like
Russian food.
This is like how it
Yeah.
looks.
Oh my god. Gimme!
Yeah, it's delicious too. So.
What the wait, what is this called? Can you give me the name of it?
It's
Like the Russian name or something?
sour cream cake.
Ah, Russian sour cream cake.
Yeah, I can just lead the sour cream cake. Yeah.
Dog, that's looking scrumptious.
Yeah. It's like there's so I mean Russian name of it is called smetannik.
Smetannik.
Yeah, smetannik.
Okay. Man. So do you guys make this for like birthdays? People
We
do
make
it.
for various things. Obviously, there's like beef stroganoff. We have our own beef stroganoff.
Oh my god, so tasty! Look at this.
Yep, there's a lot of really interesting salyanka, Russian beef soup. Salyanka, it's like a really beef soup.
Russian beef soup. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Salyanka. It's kind of like it's kind of like a villager soup where you put
I was gonna say
everything you are.
I love those. Oh my god. Like imagine living in a cottage and you have this little cauldron over the fire and you just add this beef into it and it bubbles.
That's exactly how you make it. That's exactly how you make it.
Oh my god, dude. Alright, I'll send it in the chat so you guys can see as well.
Yeah, that's exactly how you make
Sheesh.
it. Legitimately,
Yeah.
you big stew, get a big stew pot, and you put everything you have, meats and stuff like that, into it, and you just like watch it like cook, and that's just how it is. Yeah, that's the prime condition you do it in. It's really cool.
I'm gonna make this.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Go ahead. Absolutely.
So good.
It's very
beef
flexible.
smoked.
Yeah.
What's this kielbasa? Kielbasa sausage?
Kolbasa. Oh yeah, it's also like kolbasa. Kolbasa, we have a very interesting way. Kolbasa.
Ooh, it's like a curved sausage.
Yeah, like this is like this. It's like a.
Oh my god.
It's like a savory sausage kind of thing. Very salty, salty-ish. Like this is like.
Ooh, okay, I see.
It's like a little dried, right? You need to. It's a little dried and chewy, in terms of like how you make it, and it really goes well with like butter on like toast. It's like on the morning, or like in the eggs when you like make breakfast, and you add the slices of this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this entire section, I've just been swimming in food. I just don't want to get out. So good.
I mean, it's good food. Like a lot of the food, I'm kind of really, really, really sad that not a lot of people know how.
Yeah, so sad.
Here.
Ooh.
We have a lot.
Nobody like.
No?
Yeah. Like if you go to somebody who, like the average person, and you say, okay, what are the world's most, tastiest cuisines or whatever? They'd say, all right, Italian, French, Japanese, maybe Chinese, Mexican. But nobody would say Russian food, even though, look at all these scrumptious things.
Yeah. Pretty delicious. Pretty delicious. A lot of stuff like there's is really nice. But it's just like, it's a little unknown, I'd say.
Yeah, and it seems really like cheap to make, actually, all these things.
Yeah, like you can get three-fourths of cups of sour cream, some white sugar, all-purpose flour, and some lemon juice and 3 eggs, and that's your entire cake. That's the cake. That's just that's done. You can make a whole cake out of that, and it's delicious too. So.
Shit. All right.
Yeah. I do look forward to if you're gonna make it, please do send pics.
Yes, I will share it in Discord and be like, guys, please try this.
Yeah. And share what you think about this when you tried it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, I should actually, it's cultural exchange. I should send you some pictures of Vietnamese food as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to make some too as well.
Oh, I mean, some Vietnamese food is very easy to make. Some of them requires weird things that, like, we don't even make it, because let's say in order to make those spring rolls, you need to make the batter yourself and then spread it on this cloth thing, which, like, who the fuck has that? So it's usually, you would usually eat it out. Let me show you what it is. One.
Okay.
Like, let me see. This thing, which looks really strange. Oh shit, what? Ta-da-da. Oh. Okay, there you go. Is there like street food in Russia?
Yes. Surprisingly, shawarma is pretty much that.
Oh, shawarma.
Yeah,
oh,
shawarma.
okay.
So
Interesting.
Shawarma, we like shawarma. We like again blinchki. There's street blinchki. What is
Okay, so the thing that I just sent you is like a rolled glutinous rice cake kind of thing. And so they would have this really thin batter of just like a little pinch of flour, and the rest is just water. And then they would mix it up. It would be so thin, and they pour it on this cloth atop a pot. Then they spread it like a crepe cake, and they put minced meat inside of it, and they roll it up.
I see.
Yeah, and this next one is bangchung, which is one where we only eat in New Year's, and it's a square cake with like sticky rice. So in order to make this, it's usually the entire family makes it together during
Ah,
New Year.
I see.
And yeah, so you have to get banana leaf, and then you cut those banana leaves and you dry those banana leaves,
Uh-huh.
and then you sort of you do some origami shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And to make a box out of the banana leaf. Then you add in rice, pork, I think that's like mung bean,
Mm-hmm.
and pepper, salt, all that. Then more rice, and then you put it in a pot, and you have to cook it overnight in this sort of like fire and wood kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't go to sleep because if the fire like stops during any time or gets weaker, then the entire batch is fucked.
Uh,
So yeah, so then it's a very like special thing that you only do on New
I see, I
Year's.
see, I see.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's
Definitely very
like,
interesting.
but it's also like very cheap ingredients because, it's just a bunch of farmers in Vietnam.
Understandable,
So,
understandable. One and also another one we use for street food is boiled corn. Actually,
boiled corn?
boiled corn. Yeah.
Wait, that's it? Like just boiled corn?
There's some sweeteners added. Like it's like a boiled corn, and you like
Ah.
munch on it. When it comes to sweets, I do have a few sweets to share with you.
Mm.
One of them is called chak chak.
Chuk chuk.
Chak
What
chak.
is that? Chuk chuk Russian dessert. Alright, let me see.
It's
What is
It's
this?
originated from Turkic peoples. Chak is a solid
Uh-huh.
favorite in the Soviet Russians. It's still considered national dish of Tatar and Bashkirs. It's Tatars and Bashkirs, basically. Ethnic minority, one of the ethnic minorities.
It looks like macaronis.
Yeah, let me actually explain to you what it is really quickly. It's popular fried dough food, effectively. It's chak is made from unleavened dough cut and rolled into hazelnut-sized balls, which are then deep fried in oil.
Yeah.
Hazelnuts or
And
dried
then,
fruit are added to the mixture, honey kind of stuff. Like it's very natural. It's very
yeah.
made from direct things.
It kind of looks like fried rice from afar.
Yeah. There's also one cake that I think I don't know if there's this cake anywhere else, but it's called ptičie молоко.
Shit. Wait, let me see. This one.
It's cake. It's delicious.
Ooh. That looks elegant.
Yeah, it's ptičie молоко, and one that is one of my favorite, most original like pieces.
Wait, it's bird's milk?
Yeah, it's your milk, Croco.
No, wait.
Sorry.
Wait, birds don't have milk. Wait, what kind
It's
of
a
bird?
joke.
Wait, I'm
It's a
confused.
joke. It's not an actual bird's milk, of course.
No, I know, but it says bird's milk. Why is it called bird's milk? That's my
It's a
question.
brand name. That's why it was called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a brand
Dude,
name.
that looks so good. Shit.
And there's the churchella.
Churchella. Oh, shit, I know those. We have those too. Interesting.
It's a candle-shaped candy made out of usually grapes. Usually, grape must.
Oh, never
nuts-
mind. Then
nuts
it's
and
not the same
flour.
thing.
No, it's grape must.
Oh.
You can. It's,
Whoa.
Yeah, it's grape must, nuts, and flour, and it's all like strung together, and it creates a chewy gelatin-like sweet filled with nuts on a string.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah, this kind of like stuff like that is pretty cool.
See, that we would never know.
Yeah, this one takes a while to prepare, and it's just kind of like a national thing that maybe you just have to have. You just need to like want to try or not want to try. You know what I mean? But it's just there's so much to talk about in terms of like food. At this point, if we were to have like a collab, we have actually several.
Food should be a whole different one.
Yeah. Maybe we could have like a let's cook together something. Like I'm gonna dictate you like a recipe, and you're gonna make a borscht or something together.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. What the fuck? Like I could do a webcam at my kitchen. Yeah. And then I would know nothing. Yeah, and then you tell me what to do, and then I do it.
What ingredients to prepare, what stuff like to sit down, talk through to each other, how to talk, how to cook, and stuff, and like then taste it for people. Like, would you guys want to watch this?
That's true. That's really fun. I've never thought about doing like a duo cooking kind of collab stream.
Yeah, like
that is fun. Do you have webcam streams though? Like, are you showing your hand and all that?
I don't yet because I don't have the setup, but I do want to try to do setup eventually for some cooking, to bake some cook and bake myself.
Yeah, true.
It's been kind of
Damn, guys.
Cool. Like we have like several streams we could make. We can make some watch along stuff. We can make some gaming. We can make some cooking. Like genuinely, it'd be kind of cool. We have so much shit we could be doing. As long as we vibe out, and I'm gonna poke you about them. Poke.
Yeah, my only concern with these days in terms of collabs, like with everyone, is because I'm in the last semester of my master, and we have this research project going on, and it's like before collabing with you, I couldn't even lift a finger to collab with anybody because shit, this research thing is draining my life source. So because someone's asking like schedule ? I honestly don't know. But we have those ideas in the back burner. So
of course,
whenever we have time.
Yeah, of course. Like we will not this time. It will not take 5 months to collab again for sure.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. But this has been so fun though. Holy shit. Thank you so much.
This is a really fun conversation and really fun just interacting and talking about cultural stuff and bringing to light some interesting stuff about everything.
So I guess we'll end it here.
Yeah, I think it's a good place.
Yeah, it's been 3 hours.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like it though.
Yeah. Same.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for coming. Are you doing like a small chat thing after, like with only your viewers, or?
I'm just gonna vibe. It's like everyone is asleep anyway.
Oh yeah, because it's for your time. What is the majority of your audience, like the geography wise or time zone wise?
They usually go more to Western kind of thing, and they're all asleep now. So yeah, it's like not. I'm just basically vibing with you mostly.
Okay, well, thank God that some of my viewers are still alive here.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah.
And interacting with us. That was so fun.
That was really fun.
Thank you, Theo, for coming and spread the message of Mother Russia that we desperately needed.
Yeah, absolutely. you definitely need it.
So yeah, if you guys have any ideas at all, you can check out Theo's channel and then message him there, or his Discord, or you can also go to the Crocos channel and then hit us up. Let us know what you want to see next time for the Vietnamese Russia collab.
The Viet Russia collab.
Yes. Going back to the communism. Communism friendship. Alright guys, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye bye.